Welcome, everyone. Tonight we'll be doing something a little bit different. Not necessarily different. Normally here, those of you from my channel, normally here on Fridays we tend to play D&D. Tonight we're playing something a little bit different. We're playing a game called Blades in the Dark, and I will be GMing. If any of you use any of the redeems, any reaction from me will be a little bit delayed, as this is a very storytelling heavy thing, and I will be doing a lot of voice work. Let us start with the brief introduction. In the city of Doskvol, life is not easy. The poor are downtrodden, the rich are fat and corrupt. The gods are violent, cultists are scheming, and ghosts are everywhere. Life is tough for honest people, and some people are just one lost job, one stolen purse, one mugging away, before they turn away from honest work, pack tools under their clothes, find comrades, friends, and freaks, and become a blade in the dark. Tonight, we'll be taking a look at a group of such individuals. I hope you'll come to learn them, learn who they are, and maybe even call them friends. We'll see how things turn out. We'll delay introductions a slight bit, as we'll be meeting them on their evening stroll towards their common safe house. First up on our list, played by Nexus Nemesis, we will be meeting one Justice McGregor, better known as Lil Mac, as he's making his way across Crow's Foot. Having had to do a bit of evening shopping in another district, he's making good time. However, as things in Doskvol often are, the city streets are busy at all hours of the day. And the bridge, well, it's not closed, but there are guards, a lot more than usual, stationed by the bridge. And even at a good distance, you can see that they're checking purses, checking what people are carrying under their clothes. Someone more clumsy than you must have been at work tonight. No doubt about that. So tell me, how does Lil Mac approach this situation? You need to cross the bridge. There is no alternative way, at least not yet.
Well, surveying the situation, he considers whether or not to try and create a small diversion to take away the attention towards the bridge and
Yeah,
sneak over, or if he should just try and blend into the crowd.
both are sound options. There is a lot of people crossing, and the guards can't possibly stop everyone. It would be a riot.
So while surveying, I think he will try and prowl through this situation and see if he can sneak around people's, the guards' angles of sight.
All right.
He is a relatively short man, so he doesn't stand out that easily.
And I presume he's not carrying too heavy of a load with him right now.
Indeed, just the bare necessities and let's call them groceries.
All right, then. So if I'm understanding you correctly, and do confirm, you are going to approach the situation using your prowl.
Yes.
All right. I'd say that you're in a controlled situation. You're in the streets of the city you know and love. Well, maybe. And there's quite a few people around you. And however, let's see here. Yes, a controlled situation, and the result would be greater. Again, lots of people. It's a relatively easy roll. So go ahead and give me your prowl. Just to clarify for those watching, when we roll in Blades in the Dark, we roll a number of d6s equal to our total value in a skill. And we're looking for 6s. A 6 means you succeed at whatever you are trying to do, no frills about it. If you roll a 4 or a 5, you succeeded, but something went a little bit awry. And a 1, 2, 3 generally means that you fail. There's, of course, also rules for critting. That is, if you roll more than 1 6, in which case you not only succeed, but you got a little something more than you wanted originally. So, go ahead and give us your roll.
Yes, it was controlled, right?
Yep, controlled.
And standard.
Yes.
No bonus dice.
Not unless you'd want to push yourself or take a devil's bargain.
Not in this situation. That seems a bit early. Hey.
2 5s. Definitely not a bad start. So you blend in with the crowd. You manage to push yourself between people, get inside of a good big crowd. As you're passing by the guards, you do see that one of them definitely made note of you. He was in no position to reach for you or anything, but he noticed. If you have to pass by her again, it might be wise to seek an alternate way of doing so, or he might be looking out for you. However, having crossed the bridge from Crowsfoot, you arrive in Silkshore, this place you know quite a bit more. The streets are as they usually are at this hour. The working people are returning home. A lot of them tired from a long day. A lot of them are here seeking pleasures, seeking to forget. However, you are here for a different reason altogether.
Indeed. Heading home.
Indeed, to the home away from home. And as you arrive at the last light, a little dive bar off of the dock. Well, not the docks, but off of the canal. You see that the light inside the serving room, the bar itself, is on, but you don't see any light in the little window you look for. No one's in the back yet. You're likely the first to arrive. Which was, after all, your plan.
Yes. Fits me well.
You managed to get in there, set about the work of lighting lamps in the back rooms, making sure that the blackout curtains work the way they should, and lay out the little package you were carrying from a friend of the family. However, moving to somewhere else entirely. Well, not entirely. We're still within the city limits. We will be moving towards the streets of Barrowcleft. Barrowcleft is a poor quarter. Not the poorest of the poor, but quite poor. And in these streets, wandering towards the last light, we find one slight Desmond Lane, in some circles known as Deadman's Lane, making his way to meet with his new compatriots. The streets here are, well, they're empty, quiet. This neighborhood is not well liked. But that doesn't mean it's free of gangs. As you're walking, you a little too late spot a group of people, 4 of them. You can see there are bottles between them, some of them empty, some of them not. They don't wear any gang signs you recognize, but you know a knife in a pocket when you see one, and these definitely have them. You don't imagine they're affiliated with anyone, but they probably want something from you. And given the fact they're basically blockading the street and have already spotted you, you are limited in options. However, lucky for you, this particular quarter it's not as abandoned as it may appear. So, Mr. Lane, how will you approach the situation?
Cross the bridge. So this one right here, what'd you say?
Yes, you're currently making your way towards the bridge that will take you to Silk Shore. Unfortunately for you, it appears that a small group of ne'er-do-wells are in your way.
Are they on the bridge or are they in front of it? Is kind of my...
You've basically turned a corner and you're seeing them a few meters down. If that would be like 15 to 20
me?
feet down. Yes, they definitely have. So,
Then,
in your case, stealth is not the best approach, but you might have other approaches.
okay. Well, I'll just play it cool. Desmond Lane is known. He's not unknown, so maybe he can slip on by with a bit of bluff and small talk. Maybe not. They don't know him. So he's just going to try to work his way past and see how they respond. Give him a little bit of the respect, the nod, the I see you. And keep moving.
Again, I'd
playing
say
it
the
cool.
position. Yeah. So if I understand you correct, you are looking to consort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your position here is still controlled. As you say, your name is known. And the effect here would be a standard effect. You are looking to get past them without hurting anyone or anything. It's no less or no more effective than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
He is known to be unlucky.
And that does appear to be the case tonight, Mr. Lane. As you approach these youngsters, flashing them your smile, they step out into the street. What's that you got there? Your pocket?
Oh, what, this? Oh, you don't want this, my friend.
I rightly think we do. Why don't you turn it over? We'll take a look at what you got there.
I don't think we've been properly introduced. Name's Desmond Lane. Offer his hand and flash a smile that seems almost friendly.
Well, you can call me Croak. The youngster doesn't take your hand. He looks to be very much on the young side of this work, having only just left the scale of where you'd call him a street urchin.
All right.
They seem to be fueled by bravado and cheap drink.
I see. So this isn't going to be a friendly chat now, is it?
Well, it can be if you turn over them pockets like we told you.
I'm telling you, with a straight, honest warning, you don't want what I have.
I think we'll be the judge of that there, Mr. Lane. Why don't you turn them out?
I'd like to play a flashback. He's
Go right
crossing
ahead.
from Barrow Cleft because he'd taken a quick job for a nice old lady who had a nasty old ghost problem. And he's tried to do it on this quick, but he's got to make this meeting, so we're still carrying this ghost around in these bottles. And it's a nasty one. Took a while to get him cornered and wrangled, but he's looking for anger, looking for hurt. And it's just, these boys want it, I guess.
They're about to have a bad night, it sounds like. You want to give me an attune to see how well this is going to go for you?
How much stress is that for that flashback?
For this particular one, we're not going to take any stress for it.
Okay. We'll call that the intro credit.
Yeah.
And so,
But normally, yes, it would cost you.
And so I'm going to open up the trench coat, reveal the secluded spirit bottles full of angry ghost. And it's like, I warned you. And he said he needed an attune roll to see how well this goes.
Yeah, to see, how well did you have it contained? Like, is it clawing to get out of the bottle,
What's
or
my
is
position?
Your position would be controlled. You had time to capture that ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Effect, however, is going to be. Give me just a moment. Need to find the correct word because it's not standard. It is better than standard.
His limited, great, extreme, 0.
Yeah, I'd say great.
Bonus dice 0.
This would be 1 bonus dice.
Oh shit nuts! I fucking suck.
You can still choose to try and push yourself for an additional die if you'd like.
Sure, I don't want to die on the way here.
It's going to cost you, let's see here, 2 points of stress to do so, and you get 1 additional die. Go ahead and roll 1 die.
Nah.
That
Desmond
is
bad luck. He's known
that
for
is
bad
unfortunate. Luck. Yeah. So, as you said, it had been a bit of a rush job. The ghost in your bottle is very angry. And almost as soon as you take it out of your pocket, you can feel the bottle shaking. It wants out.
Thoughts on throwing the spirit bottle at him and being able to get another one later? Is that an expensive option here, or should I just uncork and run?
For normal people, getting a spirit bottle would be a bit of a thing to attune. For a whisper like you, not an issue at all. You likely have some stashed already.
Okay. So like, here you go. And uncork and throw the bottle at him, kind of like all at once. And I sprint.
So you throw this bottle and you hear an unearthly shriek as you do. And you hear these boys, you see the first of them go completely pale to the side of this, stumbling backwards. And you leg it as fast as your legs will take you.
He's tall, long legs, big strides. He's moving.
And behind you, you hear what is likely at least one of these boys last night in Doskvol. That ghost was mean and angry, and being in a bottle only seemed to have made it angrier. However, you got away from it. They learned their lesson, the rest of them at least. As for whether the one you heard shriek there last, whether he's gonna survive or not, you're not entirely sure.
So what you're saying is there may be consequences for my rushed actions and poor planning, and I think my source character is I'm really living up to it. Really am. This may come back to bite him in the ass. This is great.
But you managed to get across into Silkshore, having to run for, I'd say, a few blocks. You know how far these ghosts chase.
They have short memory sometimes.
Yeah. And hey, sure, you got your pay.
I've already been
you
paid.
Got your pay from having delivered it, and now it's gonna be some Ghost Watcher's problem. No longer yours.
I got paid, got rid of the ghost. I was supposed to get rid of it somewhere.
Yeah.
And so he continues on into Silkshore.
The walk through Silkshore is, well, as eventful as any walk through Silkshore is. Women tempting, men tempting, something you're not even sure what is tempting.
I've seen more tempting than that, and I've turned it down. How about that? Desmond just smiles and moves on.
And when we say tempt, we're not just talking of the flesh. We're also talking food. We're talking drugs, all the manner of things you'd imagine. But eventually, you arrive at the last light, a little bit more out of breath than you would have liked, but you arrive whole, all the same.
Hey, Joan. I see you.
See you, Mr. Lane.
Anybody already here?
One's in the back. Gone
Hey.
through.
Hey, give me an ale before I go. And he'll sit down at the bar real quick while he kind of scans the surroundings before he slips into the back.
Right on your tab, I suppose.
Of course. You know we're good for it. He's
What do
smiling
you
at
keep
him.
saying?
He's smiling about it the whole time.
You're served a good glass of mushroom wine, one of the cheaper types.
Oh,
It's not exactly ale,
just
but
like mom drinks.
yeah. And as you step into the back, we're gonna switch to somewhere else. This time we're not going nearly as far away. We're actually still in Silkshore, just on the outer edges of it. Here, a Nadya MacTavish, better known as Viper, is leaving a small tea house. Tea houses might be a bit of a pedestrian thing to go to, but they are good if you want to catch a bit of banter, a few rumors, or maybe have confirmed what it was that one X said about you. However, at this point, the talk has dried out. The tab has been paid, not by yourself, of course, and it is time to leave. Mrs. Viper, as you get up from your seat, a gentleman who appears to have had a bit of drink before he arrived here looks to you and goes, "Oi, you there? Ain't you that rider? You know, for the old papers, right?"
Oh, darling, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I thought so. Why don't you come have a seat? Go on, it's on me.
What would you want to talk about in particular, sir?
Well, I was thinking you. You are quite an interesting person. You must have seen so many things, heard even more. And I'm sure you'd have plenty of tales to tell to an old sailor.
That I
As
definitely...
as he says that, he rolls up his sleeve a little, and you can see there are some tattoos there. To the layman, these are the tattoos of a leviathan hunter. You're not that stupid. You can spot a fake a mile away. And that there is a bad fake. But it could cause a scene to just reject him outright. How are you going to approach this? You do need to leave.
Well, darling, I come to this tea house quite often. How about we meet up tomorrow evening, and you can have my undivided attention?
You're making that a promise, then?
Of course.
So you're trying to, as far as I understand, you're trying to sway him, correct?
I am indeed.
Right? Again, I'd say your position is controlled. You're not in any real danger here.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the effect here is standard. He doesn't have any
All right.
particular reason to believe you more than normal.
Fair. And no bonus dice, I imagine.
Not unless you're going to push yourself or take a devil's bargain.
Nope. Eh. Eh.
Don't forget about the flashbacks.
I know.
So are you sure about that whole not wanting a devil's bargain or pushing yourself? Both are ways of getting an additional die.
Sure, why not? I'll push myself in this case.
Right? Pushing yourself costs you 2 stress. You can't both push yourself and take a devil's bargain. It's either or.
Yes. I'll take the stress.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a d6. God dang it.
Oh, come on now. You can sit for a bit, can't you? At least for a cup of tea. Please. He might sound sweet in the way he says that, but with the way he looks at you and the way he's behaving, you imagine he doesn't like being turned down, and this could get uncomfortable. Might be time for a slightly different approach if you have one.
Okay. Oh boy. I am thinking.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe you have an item that could help.
If only I was really good at coming up with shit like that on the spot.
Doc, did you see my message?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Not in this particular situation. Again, the consequences here are not big because it's an introduction more than anything.
Is this outside the tea house or still at the tea house or?
You're still inside the tea house. And this man has so far, he's not gotten up and blocked your way, but he's done the thing, where he's holding out a hand and, is talking to you. And the tea house is rather cramped.
I can't think of anything. People help.
Okay, let me send you something.
My brain is malfunctioning. That is a good one, Finn. I like that one.
Yeah, hang on a
Well,
second.
let's see what you got.
1 second. Flip the final part. I'm sending it to her.
All right. In the meantime, I'm just going to check the chat if there's anything I need to respond to. Let's see here.
Nereva is coming with good
There you go. That's
ideas.
just those last 3 lines. Just run with that. So however you want to say that and present that to him.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you
So-
have connections in different circles? I mean, who's to say this is not just an unofficial contact or somebody? You know?
I would, yeah.
No?
So, Mr. DM, I'd like to have a little bit of a flashback on why I was actually coming to the tea house in the first place,
Oh, you're very welcome to.
which was to meet with an old friend who has been a Leviathan hunter for a while. But I actually knew him before he became a Leviathan hunter, so it's been a while, and we've been chatting with each other. And well, he doesn't actually appreciate people that walk around pretending to be a Leviathan hunter. So he should still be at the tea house, as he just wanted another cup.
Yes, he absolutely would be. Now, you will still need to convince this guy to act on your behalf. I presume we'll take let's say a consort to see how good of friends you guys were after the talk.
Mm-hmm. So would that still be controlled and standard?
Yes, it still would be. Righty.
I forget if that's good or not.
I
Actually,
don't remember.
I don't remember.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Four means you get what you want, but there might be a snatch. You know,
Right. Okay.
something that got a bit
A
caught
snatch?
in it.
A snatch or a catch.
A catch.
Is there
Both.
There's both.
Please
Or
don't
both.
use the
They-
word
It's a
snatch.
snatch.
They usually are both.
Hopefully you don't catch something from this. I mean, okay.
She's
All right.
a viper.
God damn
Hiss,
it.
hiss.
Yes.
So yeah, you know, you ended up having a good talk with your friend. Ultimately, since you guys are standing with the Leviathan hunters isn't the best,
Yep.
it was a bit of a stressful talk because you know you had to smooth over a few things. So I'll say the downside here is that the talk ended up costing you a point of stress,
Okay.
and that is normally a flashback would also cost you a bit of stress. This is just 1 point of stress. That's it.
Okay.
However, you're starting to show that you're a bit uncomfortable intentionally. So of course.
Hmm.
And you hear from behind you the rather heavy sound of a teacup being put onto the table along with the fist that held it, followed by the creaking of floorboards. As a rather large fellow steps up behind you. Is this man bothering you, Nadya?
I mean, he just wants to talk, but currently I don't have the time. However, I'm more bothered by, well, take a look, as I point out the tattoos.
Oh. Thank you so much, Nadya. Nadja, go on ahead. I won't be joining you tonight anyway. I think I'll sit and have a little talk with my new friend here. You can see the other man has gone very pale, as he's looking at the genuine article tattooed on this man's arm.
Hmm.
Now, why don't you tell me where you got those tattoos, friend? And that would be your cue to leave before this entire room gets turned upside down,
Oh, yeah.
filled with uppercut.
Shoryuken.
You're able to make it out onto the streets. Silk Shore is as lively as ever. The red lanterns hang from above you. As you walk over one of the smaller bridges, you see a gondola pass beneath you. Actually, a lot of the streets here are only really passable by water, but you know your way around. You've frequented the place quite a lot. There's a certain street you avoid, and you do so today as well. It's not that you're afraid of it, you just don't need that bother tonight. And soon enough, you find yourself at the door of the last light. Inside, you see an old bartender. He's walking around the room. He's putting out the remaining candles at the tables as you enter.
John, how's your evening been?
It's been downright pleasant, Miss. It's been downright pleasant, Miss MacTavish. The others are in the back waiting for you. Will you be needing anything?
Not right now, but thank you.
Very well. Will you be so good as to will you be so good as to lock the door when you leave? I'm heading home soon.
Of course.
Thank you so much. Just leave the the key under the mat. Leave
Beat
the
the
As
door
door
under
to
the
the
mat.
usual.
key and to put the mat on top. Thanks.
Just rip the door out of the frame, put it under the mat. Invite people in.
As usual.
As you do. As you do.
All right. Finally, we're moving a bit further away than the others. Up in the docks themselves, we find a man of many names. He's been observing a few boats coming and leaving. In his hands is a small, a letter. The letter contains something of weight. He's yet to check the content of it. Now, as I said, this man goes by many names, but the only ones that will matter to us is the name Salt. Salt is currently leaving the docks, heading through the Crow's Foot. It's been quite a bit of time since Lil Mac went through. The checkpoint at the bridge has now passed. It's very much a pleasant evening walk. At the very least, it would be. As you just manage to get across the bridge and turn down the near street towards the last light, a pair of men approach you. You had practically no way of avoiding them as you turned the street, almost bumping into them. Both of them wearing a striking blue uniform. Oi, evening there, sir.
Evening, gentlemen.
What are you doing out this late? Shouldn't you be heading home?
I was doing just that thing.
You are then. What's that you're carrying there? One of them just gestures to one of your pockets that looks a little bit full.
That is a letter from the master of my estate that I'm carrying to an associate in social.
Oh, is that right, is it?
It is.
Then I suppose you wouldn't mind showing us the seal.
I'll be happy to show you my signet ring. And we flash back to Salt preparing for this evening, knowing that different groups he'll be running into, and preparing his persona of Jonathan Mercer, the estate factor, along with his. He's got obviously the letter. He's got a signet ring. He's got his ledger as well. So he'll be happy to flash his signet ring of the house that he's an estate factor for.
I will still need to see a bit of a roll to convince them that that is enough.
Of course.
Would you say this would be swaying or consorting?
I would think it would be consort because it's all about his preparation.
In that case, go ahead and roll me a consort. We'll see how well it goes for you. And
What
would
is
you
my
like any?
position?
Your position would be controlled. Again, you're well prepared, and these guys were not exactly prepared to frisk you. They're more opportunistic.
Sure.
And effect would be standard.
I think I'll take a devil's bargain.
A devil's
to get
bargain,
a
even.
try. Yeah.
Right. So, you want an additional die. I'll say that you can definitely get that, but failure to do so, it will result in these guards frisking you, and they'll be taking away one of your tools because it seems suspicious, and they need to check it out. And generally that means that the tools will either be taken by the guard for their own use or will land in a guardhouse somewhere never to see the light of day. So you will need to replace it yourself.
All right.
Basically, all that means is that you will lose one of your loads for whatever score you might be doing. Just a single point of load.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. You avoid that fate. So
Now,
these guards, they take a look at the ring. You see you can hear them sort of mumbling between each other. And they go, all right. I suppose that makes sense. Well, off you pop.
of course. Evening to you both. And with
And
a practiced confidence, he just walks past them and doesn't give them a second look.
you do take a single point of stress just for the interaction. It is still not nice being frisked that close, and it did get a bit close. However, with that interaction over and done with, you arrive at the last light. The lights inside are out, but the back room still appears to be lit. You really do need to fix that one corner of the blackout curtains. They hold up just fine, it's just that one corner. You wouldn't know it if you wouldn't see it if you didn't know to check for it.
Is Jonathan already gone?
Jonathan would be
Or John?
just would be just outside on the street as you arrive.
Evening, old friend.
Let me just check here. You have given him one of your names, correct?
John would know two of them. He would call me Robert Wolf or Mr. Wolf.
Evening, Mr. Wolf. I'm afraid I'm off for the evening, but you know where the bottles are if you fancy a drink. Just write down whatever you take.
Oh, I always clear the tabs, sir.
I suspected as much. I'll be checking in the morning.
Be safe. The blues are a bit about.
Yeah, there was a bit of a scuffle earlier today. Apparently, some poor lad got stabbed over on the bridge, right in the middle of supper, even.
'Tis a shame. Dirty business that is.
Well, such it goes. But good evening to you and yours.
As well. Tell the little ones hello for me.
Will do. And with that, he takes off down the street, back to his family and his quieter life. With his job ended, yours is about to begin.
Step into the last light, and I flip the latch at the top of the door.
Yeah.
Step behind the bar. pull out a whiskey glass and pour the aged imperial rum. And put a little pinch of salt in it, as I always do.
That's the one you put there yourself, right? Like your own bottle, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I look at the tab that's been run up by the crew, and put the appropriate amount of coinage underneath the tap where I know John will find it in the morning and make sure everything's covered. And then I'll walk into the room.
All right. You're now all gathered in the room.
Immediately, I'll walk over and fix that corner of the blackout curtains.
Again, it's not a lot. It's a single seam that's been pulled apart a little. You likely need thread and needle to fix it properly. But
Yeah, I'll stick something in to hold it for now and make that mental note because precision and perfection is Salt's thing. So
now you've gathered in your hideout. The place is not large. It's a rather cramped back room, really. But what's important is that there's a chest here with a lock on it, which currently holds all of your savings. And it is empty. Very empty. Save for a bit of rat droppings. Around you see your comrades. Now, let's see here. Justice, you would have put out the package that you carried here. A map of the city. A rare commodity in these days. Not many need it because not many leave the city, and those who live here just learn it. But maps of the city still do exist, and you managed to get your hands on one. It's rolled down on the table in front of you. And Salt, in your pocket, is an envelope. The envelope feels a little bit heavy. You suspect it's not just paper.
go ahead and open it and set it out on the table.
In the envelope, you find a small letter, as well as a key. The key is tiny. It's clearly not meant for any door. Maybe some form of small detachable lock? And inside it, the letter reads. Let me find here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to hear you're willing to do business with me and my associates. Within this letter, you will find a key. This key is for an old music box. Now, my client is interested not in the music box itself, but in the figurine held inside it. The figurine is a ballerina, a dancer, but a particularly rare one. Now, my client would appreciate if you could go gather the item for him. What's interesting about this item is that he has paid for it, in full even. It just so happened that the item changed hands before he could receive what he had paid for. He would like you to go take it from one Alfred Borrow. Alfred Borrow is a sailing man. He considers himself a bit of a merchant and a collector of, well, he calls them rare items. I call them trash. But my client would like the item retrieved nonetheless. It should be somewhere in his personal home. I trust this will be no big issue for it, and my client is paying you quite well for it. You have until the end of the week to retrieve the items and deliver it to my mailbox to my home as normal. And the letter is signed Fitch. Fitz. Now, you know Fitz. He's a bit of a collector himself, and you know that sometimes he finds items or sells them on to his friends. And that appears to be what he's doing now. Only you'd guess he has currently sold the item before he had it in stock. Which is why you're involved. The letter also contains an address for this poor sailor. You are welcome to discuss whatever you might feel the need to discuss, or ask any questions you might need answering.
Well, dear friends, it seems like we've got a simple find and retrieve job here.
I thought we warned Fitz about selling before obtaining before.
Oh, dear Viper, just look at this as he's so confident in our abilities that he doesn't need to actually have the item before selling it because he knows we'll get it in time.
He's just providing us with work.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that
And
address
this-
place this guy on the docks, to Desmond's mind?
It would place him in one of the poorer houses. It's relatively close to the docks themselves. A lot of dock workers will have what is effectively row houses, a bunch of very narrow houses all built into one building. It is one of those that he's living in.
Row
It would
houses are
be-
shared bunks and stuff like that. Yeah.
It would be around here. Well, not one of those with shared bunks. It's just, houses built into each other.
Gotcha.
So it is still a small house.
Where'd
You
you
met
ping? Didn't hear the
right
ping.
here on the edge.
Edge. Okay, now I see it.
Yeah. So basically, if you go along the little canal line, you'll reach the house.
All right.
Blue dot seem about right.
Yeah, that seems about right.
So what else do we know about this Alfred?
He's a nobody. The sailor who fancies himself a collector. Where he lives is the poor places where the sailors can bunk up in row housing.
It is rather strange that rather than liquor and women, he spends it on a music box.
Well, maybe
Who
it
knows, he
reminds him
might
of
have
his past.
or that.
Suppose we could check out his place, get an idea of how easy it'll be for little Mac to get in and out. Maybe figure out if he has a drinking spot he likes to go to, where me and Viper can keep him busy, give you two an easy palette to paint on, so to speak.
A quick in and out.
Sounds good.
Oh, the rumors I've heard about you are true, little Miss Viper. You know all about the quick in and out, huh?
All right. It sounds like you have an approach in mind for a heist, or
Yes.
your score, whatever we wish to call it.
Yeah, I definitely think stealth is our strong point for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll be putting you in slightly different groups for this. Now, as you go to check out the place, you do find that he indeed does have a favorite drinking spot. It's a little bar, the Salty Sailor, and you're fairly sure that this is at least the third Salty Sailor you've seen in the city, and this one only just opened up. It is
Another one?
located.
It's a franchise.
It is located basically just down the road from where he lives. So once he's good and wet, he can stagger himself back home and pass out.
So he's
However, that
getting hammered.
if he's getting hammered, then yes, he could do that. It's just to give you an idea of the distance more than anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, I'm sure we could make sure he does.
With this hammer I have here. Oh,
It does mean that if you end up getting too loud, he is only just down the street. So maybe don't start a fire.
look, it was only one ghost. All right, I don't know what the big deal is. Just ask it to go away. Works for me.
So, if I understand your plan correct, you'll have two people entering the house while the two others of you make sure that he doesn't leave the bar ahead of schedule.
I think that's the best way to do it.
Righty then.
We keep him at the bar, and the other two
That
do the breaking
does
and drink.
appear to be the plan. Let's see where we can do this so you guys can also see it. Yes, this will work. I'll be adding a few temporary clocks to your crew notes. I hope you don't mind.
I fucking do. I fucking mind a lot.
Why are you touching our crew notes?
God, why are you touching our crew notes? It's so lame. God.
No, Euroblob Sama Yamate.
Oh God.
Doc, I don't think that's a real medical license. You said this was
God
a
damn it.
proctological exam, but why do I feel both of your hands on my shoulders?
Is that the broom or not the broom?
I am literally a blob. I have no set hands.
Hey,
Oh, we
look,
were
I've watched a
talking
few
about hands.
episodes of Doorville. I know how that shit works.
Well, Blob can get into every
I've also
narrow
watched Deep
space.
Space Nine, so I also have some ideas how that works.
Maybe you're really
You-
creative with Jello molds.
I mean, you can literally slither into any kind of cramped
Any
space if
crevice,
you wanted to.
really. I mean,
Of course, Nari can't go a whole session without talking about her crevice and the weird blobs oozing out of them.
I didn't say crevice. I said cramped spaces.
Oh, now it's about
Cyntari is the
cream.
one that went
Jeez.
crevice.
Women.
So if you all look in the crew notes, you should see a section with clocks in it.
Yes.
Yes. One of these clocks, the one says suspicion, is basically it's basically a measure for how long it will take before the guards are interested in what you do, become interested in what you're doing. The other clock, you don't exactly know what that is yet. You might be able to figure it out from context clues, or you could always spend some time figuring out what it is. But that will have to be done during the heist, which has already started. Because we now find ourselves in front of this small, very modest house built into a larger building. Let's see, just give me a moment. Apparently, some of you are a bit quieter.
I've noticed that too. I've turned a couple people up in Discord.
Okay, give me just a moment and I'll try to adjust. We will be doing here. Soundscream, you are playing Salt.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind talking for a bit? Just blabbering on.
I can always talk for a little bit, because I think what we'll do is me and Viper will meet this man at the bar, get him a few drinks, let him get a nabbing of our beautiful young lady friend here, and make sure he doesn't stop drinking until he passes out or gets so drunk that we escort our dear friend home and just happen to get lost. During that time, the other two will make their way into the home and, using the key, open said music box and take just the figurine, leaving nothing else, hopefully increasing the amount of time it takes for him to notice that he's been robbed. Our two associates will take the boat back to across the channel and back home where it will be safe, and me and Miss Viper will make our way back through normal means. Since we entered the part of the town by normal means, we will leave by normal means.
All right, you are good. Just for comparison, Nexus, would you mind blabbering for a bit?
Bloody, 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 blah. Hip, hip, hip. I am now speaking directly into your head.
Giving you a bit of a bump. You at least sound low to me. Right. Mrs. Viper, would you mind blabbering for a bit about anything you'd like?
Of course, darling, I can blabber a little bit. I mean, Salt has set up quite a good plan, as we are quite a good team together. We can distract anyone. I'm sure we can manage this as well.
All right, you seem to be good. And finally, Suxies or Cyntari, would you mind just blabbering on a bit?
Well, I don't know what I'm going to be
Desmond.
doing with this entire burglary exercise. I have my spirit tools on me, so if there's a ghost here, I'm handy. Otherwise, I'm just lookout.
Right. Everyone should be tuned up a little, so you should be easier to hear. And I'll just be adjusting a little bit on my headset. What's important is that people on the stream can hear you. Right. We are good to go. So, if my understandings of this are correct, Lil Mac um, and Deadman's Lane. That's how it is, right? Deadman's Lane?
Deadman's Lane.
Yeah.
People typically call, if they want to be insulting to him because they kind of know he doesn't like his nickname, they'll just call him Deadman.
All right. So you two will be approaching the house itself, with Lil Mac being the one to enter while you keep a lookout. Is that correct?
Essentially, and I might like attune and like see about there's ghosts that I can play with. It might give us an advantage, and but essentially, I'm not anticipating that. So lookout's the main goal.
All right. And to my understanding, Viper, you're going to try and keep the guy busy with drink. Salt, are you going to be doing the same thing, or did you have another role in mind?
No, I'm going to be her wingman.
All right.
So.
Oh, I have a question.
Go ahead.
It comes up to coin. Now, I know our crew, it represents a chunk of change.
Yes.
You know, a bribe, a purchase, a something, an equivocation to a sum. But what's our walking around money? What's in our pockets?
Generally, I'll say that this, at least the system runs off of, you have what you need. So
Okay,
so long as you're not going out,
you know, like pulling out a flashback, you kind of like play with it and.
basically, so long as you keep it within reason, I'll say you can purchase whatever you need to purchase.
You have a jingle of coins, but you're not walking around with Fort Knox in your pockets.
Yeah, like a coin in this game is meant to be an entire week's worth of pay in silver coins. Like it is a messenger's bag of coins.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Just wanted to clarify for role playing.
Yeah. So let us take a look. We have this here. I'm just quickly going over everything we need as we start. That should be everything we need. Right, there are a few things you will need to choose as we start the job itself. What loads will you all be bringing? We'll start. We'll start with Viper. How much equipment are you carrying with you?
I'd say a light load.
Makes sense for your job. You're probably not going to need too much. Salt, what about you?
I will also be bringing a light load.
Right? And
Where's
Lil
the-
Mac? Sorry?
And a description of the equipment, like a breakdown of what it means when it says arcane tools.
Let me take a look.
I got it. Found it. It's
Yep.
what page is it?
You can also just hit like on that line for arcane implements. If you hit the little arrow, it drops down and tells you what it is.
I tried that on another one and it told me like write description. Yeah, it's filled out in this one. Okay. Gotcha.
Right?
Got it. Thank you.
And sorry, I'm sorry, Nexus. What load did you say you were bringing?
I was considering a light load, but I think I'm gonna go for normal. So
Normal
5.
load? Makes sense. You're likely going to be in there. You might need more tools.
Yep.
And finally, Desmond, what are you bringing?
A normal load. He's bringing his spirit tools to represent what he's been doing, but he's got his burglary gear and arcane implements to help assist with the things that the lurk can't do.
Makes sense. All right. We will now be doing the engagement roll. This is basically the roll that determines how well the start of the heist went. Now, you said your approach was going to be stealth, right?
Mhm.
All right. Give me a moment. Just pulling out the actual rules for the engagement rule, because the engagement rule is a very specific thing that needs to happen. And of course, I don't have it on hand. I know, well-prepared GM right here. Where do we have it?
I'm never going to complain about anybody being unprepared. Shit, that's my MO.
There it is. All right, so we're going to be looking into the engagement role now. Let's see here. Engagement roll starts with being just a fortune roll, a 1d6, nothing else. Now we're gonna go through and ask a few questions to see if you get to add or subtract dice from the roll. Okay. First of all, would you say this operation is particularly bold or daring?
No.
Nope. All right. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
There's two
Not
moving
really.
parts. If you consider two complicated, then yes, but I don't think so.
Right. Next up, does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
I'd say hit them where they're weakest because he's gonna get drunk.
Yeah, or hitting his addiction.
Next
Like,
up,
anytime you hit somebody's, you play with somebody's addiction, you really are fucking with them.
I mean, yeah.
Next up, is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particularly defenses or special preparations? They do not.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of.
This isn't a very daring job, and I think we all kind of know that staring at the map.
Yeah. Next up, can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Probably.
We already got that from Fitz, right?
I think
He's just your contact. He gave you the job.
Yeah,
we're
but he
looking at
already
your
told us where the
individual-
guy was, who he is.
well, this is crew stuff, right? Not individuals. So
Yep.
we like talk about crew
Uh,
contacts.
here we are
Okay.
looking at you guys individual. Like, do any of you have a concept where you'd go? Yeah, I could probably talk to this guy. They'd know something.
Yes, let me
I
just go ahead and
literally
call up
have an information-
Skurlock.
I am literally have an information broker for a friend, as a friend.
Hey,
Yeah.
So I could
Yeah.
utilize them to see if they know him, how he gets his money, is he known to be a strong drunk, yada yada.
That counts.
sound of ice.
Lil Mac has a blue coat as a friend, but I don't think we need that to pull that.
You could add, you could learn from him their patrols, so that we know we can hit it and see if we can match it up the time he goes to the bar to a time there won't be a patrol nearby to maximize or minimize risk.
All of these make great sense to me. So long as you have one, you'll get the bonus die for it.
Yeah. It's just doesn't this kind of use or spend the friend?
It does not.
It doesn't.
Nope.
Okay. Then it's just free good stuff.
Yes.
Free real estate.
Basically,
Well,
if you can
right.
justify to me that your friend or contact would be able to help with to help give you a bit of information on it, you'll get the dice. You don't spend anything. You don't need to do anything additional for it. It's just a bunch of questions to determine how strong of a start you guys have on this particular job.
Yeah.
Next
Indeed.
up, are any of your enemies or rivals interfering in the operation?
Is this like an option where we could say, let's up the ante and say, yeah, my guy's gonna fuck with us? Like we throw this in there? Is that what you're saying?
No, this is more that we're checking, would any of your rivals have an interest in
Oh.
getting in the way of this? Like, would this
Okay.
overlap with their interests?
I don't
So
think
if we
mine
just
would.
say no,
Just
then you
Can we just say
You can literally just say no. I'd also say
I
having
don't
gone
think
over your
so.
having gone over your contacts, you don't have any that would interfere with this. None that are interested in this particular score.
Yeah.
That. And finally, are there any other outside elements you'd want to consider? I'd say no. There is nothing that would make this more or less difficult for you than it is as of current. Now, I have counted this up that you guys are starting off with an engagement roll of 3d6. However, your crew, your favorite type of job is burglary. You're currently in your home quarters and you are indeed performing a burglary. That means you get an additional die. So you have 4d6 for the engagement roll. Will one of you roll me 4d6? This is not a roll to do anything. This is just to get an idea of how's the job going before we enter the action.
Well, we all roll 1d6.
You can definitely do that. There's 4 of you. You're more than welcome to do so.
I'm good with that.
Is that
Yeah,
the
let's do
roll
it.
engagement button? Or
You can just roll a 1d6. All right.
oh, each of us roll? Okay.
Yeah, you roll one. Not bad on a
There
roll.
we go.
Not bad.
That's a pretty good start.
Freaking Desmond.
don't man, just leave me be, okay? It's just how Desmond is. He's survived this long on the streets. All right.
Desmond will be fine. Do not worry.
Dude, Desmond will survive.
Like my mom said at my wedding about one of the people in my party. You leave him alone. That's why he's the way he is.
Mm-hmm.
Are
She's
we
talking about something.
gonna use the boat?
You
I
could
figured
definitely
you
use the
least
boat if you want.
You and Desmond would use the boat to get there and back.
Just for quick escaping instead of having to.
Is there such a
Yeah,
thing as
and
dock
we would take the
fees?
normal route.
Can we just tie off and not be bothered?
Given it's dark in the middle of the night, you can just tie off.
Okay.
And I'm thinking that's an easy way to make sure you don't accidentally run across some curious bluecoats who search you, and then you have to try to find a way to explain why you have a dancing princess figurine on you.
Come to find out, the figurine's actually a living princess shrunk down.
Very strange.
Well, it's possible. In this world, it's possible.
I've done that to 3 or 4 different musicians myself.
What?
What?
Are you eating?
Whatever I want. Leave me alone. You're not my father.
Why don't you chew it and swallow it before you talk,
Jeez.
okay?
Oh, that's not what
You
you
can-
said last night.
I didn't ask you to chew last night.
No, because that would have hurt.
It would have.
Oh, God.
He lacks the pen.
No teeth! I said no teeth!
This is not the kind of BDSM I signed up for.
I like the crunch.
Yes, it is. You
You
know
don't really
who we
sign
are.
up
Of
for
course you
BDSM.
have.
You don't do this.
Just kinda
Hang on a
happen.
sec. No, that's okay. What you just described is not BDSM. Okay, people do sign up for BDSM.
My safe word is ow.
My safe word. My safe word is Noki. No, you said it wrong. It's Noki. No, it's Noki. No, you said it wrong. Look, it's right here.
Just
Yeah.
write it. Just write one of those long ass German words on the wall. That's the safe word. Good luck.
Schadenfreude?
Well, damn. All right, off you go.
Oh, I didn't. I said it too soon. Dang it. Can I take it back? Nope. Too late.
Nope. Nope. Moment's gone.
Moment's gone. Lost the boner. Dang
Next.
it. Fine.
Okay.
I'm so good
So-
at guessing safe words. It keeps killing the vibe.
What do you mean guessing?
I guess. Oh.
I have this mental image of you just in a BDSM club, sticking your head and just shouting a random word, and someone going, "God damn
God
it!"
damn it! That's where the ventriloquism classes kicked in. Yes.
That is a
Alright,
safe
so-
word. And why did it come from your vagina?
What kind of
Help me,
sound
I
pretty
can't take
skilled?
it anymore.
Help me, I'm drowning.
I didn't know the thing could make S sounds based on the lack of teeth.
All right. Ah,
Now that that's
So,
out of the way,
I want to roll for rowing.
No. So, you get in your boat, you get across the water.
I'd like to roll use rope. Can I do that?
No. You've gotten in your boat, you've gotten across the water, you put your boat in a somewhat secluded corner of the docks. Like, as secluded as they will be, tucked in between 2 larger boats. And you make the rest of the way there on foot. Now, the quarter here, it is definitely a sailor's quarter. It very much looks as such. The bar it's not a loud bar, but it is a crowded bar. So it is quote unquote loud in the sense that people are talking, but in a hushed tone. You can hear the sound of dice being rolled in the corner. But people it's not a happy bar. People are not partying. They're gambling, they're drinking. They're trying to unwind after work. Now, you managed to find your target easy enough. He sat in a corner with 3 other people playing dice. There is an open spot at their table. And a place by the bar very much near to where they're sitting. That would seem great for someone who wanted to keep them busy. Moving away from the 2 of you before you settle in, well, Meg and Desmond, you continued up the road. You found his house. It is dark, it is small. The houses near it are also laid dark. It's the hour of the day where people are either sleeping or not home, and given that these guys are sailors, you'd guess the latter rather than the former. Now, Lil Mac, as you approach the door itself, This door looks like it has been attempted, kicked, or forced open quite a few times. It is barely hanging on the hinges. This lock is barely a lock, but you will still need some tools to get it open.
Yes. So I would like to spend one of my loadouts. And slightly disappointedly, looking at the lock, pull out my fine lockpicks. And just such a waste. I could have gone and just used the old ones.
You got the pressure measuring tool, the mold, everything you'd need, and this is basically a latch.
Like, geez, just lift the freaking door a bit and kick it in, and that's enough. Like, just grumbling to himself as he gets to work.
All right. Give me a moment. We'll pull this up. I'd say you're in a controlled position for this, obviously. You've no reason not to be. It's not exact. Actually, no, it's still controlled. It's still controlled. Let's see here. Give me. There we go. Yeah, so you are looking at a controlled approach, and you're looking at a standard effect. But you do have a bonus dice since you're using fine tools.
Yeah. By the way, I just noticed it says italics don't count for load. So the fine lockpicks don't actually take up a load.
That is correct.
And is it one extra die?
It's just a plus 1d6. In some situations, it could also give you a greater effect, but here the effect is getting the door open, so it would be an additional die instead. You get the door open wider.
Yes. Well, this is where D&D becomes the main thing, because doors are always the biggest challenge. So
Luckily, we're
let's
not
be
playing
stuck here
D&D.
for the next hour.
So, tinker this. Yeah. All right. So you managed to turn the lock completely silent. Push the door in. Close it behind you. And as you're looking on the inside, this door looks busted, right? But it is one of those newfangled doors. It just has one of those turn thingies on the inside. And not only that, this door has a slam lock. So if you just close the door, it locks automatically, meaning that when it's time to get out, you don't need to relock the door if you don't want to be spotted. You can just close it and it'll lock itself.
Fantastic. Even though with how easy it was to open, I'm pretty sure you could put anything in there and it would open.
Very likely, but it would mean that no one would be the wiser that you'd been here.
Yep. Fantastic.
Now, you find yourself in a small hallway. There is 2 doors on this floor, one directly to your left, one straight ahead of you that is sort of tucked underneath the stairs, a small room there, and some stairs leading up. Now, when you had the door open, you got the light in from the street a little bit, and you did notice that one of the steps here, the third from the bottom, does appear to be a little bit loose. Like you could see a nail sticking up, the wood sort of being being bent a little out of shape.
Well then. Might be a stash.
We'll be moving away from you for a bit. Desmond, what are you doing to pass the time? I mean, you're here to be a lookout. Or did you intend to go in with?
Well, his first thing he kind of wants to do is he's Little Mac's working on his side of things. So like when we approach it, and he's like getting out his tools and commenting on how shitty the lock is.
Yeah.
It's at that point that Desmond would slip on his spirit mask and start to attune to see if there's anything going on in this area that worth noting or worth avoiding, and worth taking advantage of, kind of things. Just seeing what's around.
All right. Go ahead and roll me in the two. It will be from a control position, effect standard. I actually say it's probably much safer than that, even at the point where I'd still say give me a roll for it. There's just no consequences involved.
Nice.
Right? You take a moment, you quiet your mind, you sort of sense the things beyond sense for a bit. You get the distinct sense that there is a ghost in the area. It's 4 houses down from where you are right now. And you get the sense that it's longing for someone or something. You don't get any sort of aggression from it. It's a very quiet ghost. These are the types you normally wouldn't do much about, and that you could easily live alongside so long as you don't antagonize it. However, there is another sense that's weird to you. You're sensing something from inside the house that you're meant to go burgle. It's not a ghost. You're sensing a weird sort of pull from in there. Something is ever so slightly pulling on you, like a breeze that just so happens to be blowing inwards toward the house. You're not quite sure what that means. It's nothing you've dealt with before.
Well, let's play caution and say that this is what we're actually, that it's coming from what we're after.
See?
So and I make that assumption because I don't want Mac getting himself involved in something that he's unaware of.
Mhm.
So when by the time he's taken aware of it, he's gonna slip the kind of like look around and probably notice that Mac's not there. He's probably gone inside already, and so he's gonna
Yeah.
follow.
All right. I'll
He's
say
gonna be
that,
sneaky about it.
I'll
Keep
say
it
that
stealthy.
given that he got as good of a roll as he did, you'll manage to catch the door before it closes.
Mhm.
Since, I did describe that it was basically a slam lock on the door.
Mhm.
You managed to slip in before the door locks. And you can see that. Sorry?
How far is he? Like, is he like, but timing wise, like I'm right behind him. So is he right there, or is he
Yes.
further in?
Mac has taken maybe one additional step inside. Like, he's right in the entrance. You can see him when you come in. He's
Okay.
not gone up the stairs or gone anywhere yet. He's still just here.
So
Move.
I just want to clarify one final point about is my attunement, like I'm wearing a spirit mask and it helps and stuff like that. If I take it off, or like, do I need to like maintain something for this to maintain that sense as I move around the house? Will I have like, okay, it's always over there, it's there, and as I walk around, I'm gonna have like a compass type feel towards that lodestone pull towards it or whatever.
Let me just take a look. Oh, you're wearing a fine spirit mask. I thought it was just a spirit mask. My bad. Let me see here.
Yeah.
Yes, since it is fine, you should have had an additional die. I apologize for that.
No worries.
Would you like to roll the die to see if you get a crit? You didn't. Okay. You don't need to keep the mask on to still get the sense. The mask just gives you a more sharper version of it.
Okay.
So, like, basically, if you enter a room, I'll let you know that you that sense from earlier is stronger here. If you want to pinpoint the location in the room, you will need to bring the mask up again.
Okay. Because the mask is weird. People don't like
Yeah.
seeing the mask.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, okay, let's be cautious here, Mac. We have weird things in here.
Oh, fantastic.
Moving away from the two of you, over to Viper and Salt. Now, you had your dear friend who's already sat down for a game of dice. What are you guys planning on doing?
Nari, do you want to be the one that plays dice? And then let me play off of what you've got going on there, or
I think. Never mind. I'll let you guys play this.
you're a weird sounding Nari.
Yeah.
Nah, he's me now. I'll play Desmond.
Sorry. Have fun.
I mean, we need to make sure that we catch his attention and then keep it. So,
I mean, pretty girl sits down at a dice table. It's going to catch attention.
yeah, that's true.
Might be
Sure.
good attention.
I'll start playing dice.
I'll sit down at the bar. When I'm at the bar, do I have an angle where I could possibly, like out of the corner of my eye, see what dice the other people have rolled or anything like that to help her cheat?
I wouldn't say you'd be able to see the dice being rolled per se. I mean, you can see them if you look over, but like not where you'd be able to do so stealthily.
Gotcha.
But you could always do that thing where you have a drink and you just turn around, look around the room as you're drinking, or talk to someone to that particular side, so you have an excuse to look in their direction.
I think rather than that, what I'll do is after they played a couple hands, I'll walk up with a drink and obnoxiously hit on Viper to see, like, does he laugh? Does he try to defend her and all of that? And then take actions based off of that from there.
That's an interesting approach. I like that.
Would be fun to play that out.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Viper as you're sitting down. These gentlemen, of course, they take note. Evening there, little miss. You sure this is the type of table you want to sit by?
Evening,
Yeah,
Ken.
we're not exactly just playing for funsies here, you know?
You scared I'm going to beat you?
Oh, well, if it's like that, then you're welcome to sit. We're playing for silver pieces. You got any on you?
Why else would I sit down?
Right, you are. It appears to be that they're playing essentially liar's dice. I presume you're familiar with the game.
Yep.
And you can see that people have a cup by them. Now, the guy you sat down next to is an older gentleman. He has a large beard on him. He's by no means a leviathan hunter or anything, but he's a large dock worker. Now I'm going to have another one. Will you be having one with me?
I might just do one or more.
As you will. And he sort of just lifts his hand up, waves to get the barkeep's attention. And it takes a bit before some bottles are put down by you. This is like actual carbonated beer you're being served. It's not high quality beer, it's basically piss water, but it is beer nonetheless. Tastes very much like bread.
Ew.
What in the world are you guys posting? Right. Right. So, Nara, I presume that your goal here is not to win the game. It's more to keep
No.
them occupied, correct?
Mhm.
Right.
If I win a game, sure, but it's not like I'm playing to win, but not forcing to win.
That makes sense. That makes sense. What approach would you say you're using here?
Hmm?
What approach would you say you're using to keep the people here occupied?
Let me reread what Consort and Sway were again, because I'm thinking one of the two.
Makes
Consort
sense
is
to me.
you friendly and you care about their feelings. Sway is you lie to them and you do not care about their feelings.
Consort is more using your background connection, stuff like that.
Consort with connections from your heritage background, blah blah. Okay, so yeah, it would be Sway.
Yeah.
Right.
Sway's using your charm, positive or negative. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a game of liar's dice after all.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me a sway. However, give me just a moment.
I think she should get a bonus dice at liar's dice.
I mean, I do have like looking into a mirror.
That's exactly what I was
I
thinking.
can always
Yes,
tell when someone's lying to me.
I mean,
I was about to point that out that you do have some things here that will help you out. Give me just a moment. Where do we have it? That has completely vanished. Great. Love that. I am hurrying as fast as I can with this.
No worries.
There it is. All right. Okay. I'll say that normally the position for this game would be risky. In your case, it is controlled. Because
Yeah.
you're definitely exploiting a dominant advantage.
Oh yeah. Control and the effect.
Let's see here. This would be for a great effect.
Okay.
Because you're not looking to blank them out or win. You're just looking to prolong the game, which is easy
Yeah.
enough. Just don't bet too crazy. Don't push your luck too far.
Exactly. Just play like someone who has control over themselves.
Yeah.
All right. No bonus thing, so bloop.
That is going just fine for you, really. Let us see here. That was a 5. Righty then. Here. There we go. Okay. If you look on your cruise sheet, you'll see that one of your clocks just advanced.
Yeah.
Now, do remember that if you want, during the heist, you can make some surveillance-related checks to see what is it that is counting down, what's going on, what is it we're not paying attention to, unless you can guess what it is.
Have an idea.
Also, I realized that I've started the other clock in a wrong way. So let me just fix that one. Because that is not meant to be an 8-parter.
Oh boy,
There we go.
it has changed into a 4-parter.
Indeed, it has. All right.
Suspicion.
So, Salt, you see that Viper's playing a good game. She's not playing perfect or anything. The coin is exchanging hands, going up and down. Ultimately, this at this point, it's it's no cause for concern.
I think it's time to set up the next play then. So I'm gonna grab my mug of ale.
Yeah.
That I've got, and I'm going to stumble over. I'm dressed like a deckhand who just got off the boats.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna stumble over and spill a little bit of ale on Viper as I kind of drape around all over her. Hi there, sweet tits. How's it going? I just got off the Tidebreaker. You know, paid for 2 nights and a inn up there and a dry berth, but wouldn't mind if at least part of me got a little wet, if you catch my meaning.
Well, I feel like you just made me wet, and not in the way that you would want.
How's our target reacting to me acting like this?
Let's see here. Give me a roll to see what type of roll would you say it is to try and gauge his reaction.
Survey.
Mm,
Study?
Hunt.
yeah, I think it would be study.
Right? Go ahead and give me a study check. The difficulty here is risky.
Okay.
Well, the setting is risky, I should say. The effect will be standard.
I'll push it.
You're going to push yourself, spend 2 stress to get an additional die.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
Well, that didn't work.
Afraid it did not. So, you're doing this whole spiel, spilling a bit of ale, and you're looking over at your target, and you notice that he's reacting. He's a bit quiet, but he's looking at you, looking at Viper, and you can see gears are turning in his head. He's not reacting, but you definitely get the feeling that he's onto the fact that something's not quite right.
Alright, I can tell when I'm not wanted. And then I'll just turn and plus my veil and kind of stumble my way back to the bar.
All right. And Viper, as he's stumbling back, you see the guy, you see your target. He follows him a bit, then looks back at you. It's your go. And then he sort of just, lets the situation go, gets back to the game. We're moving back over to the house itself for a bit. Well, Mac, Desmond just got in behind you. As stated, you see a door to your left, a door straight ahead of you underneath the stairs, and of course the stairs leading up. And you happen to notice that one of the floorboards on the staircase is loose.
Where's the feeling coming from? The rooms?
The feeling is coming from above you.
Okay. Whatever it is, it's above us.
Okay.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I wanted to tell him that. That's all I wanted. Go ahead, Mac. Do your thing.
Do you want to have a look at it, or should we clear?
No. I'm just here to make sure you don't get into trouble. You got your thing to do. You do it.
Be more worried about yourself. I can skedaddle. That's
He's
quicker
looking
than you.
around. I mean, Desmond's looking over his shoulder and like looking out and like peeking maybe out in like the windows and into the street and stuff like that. Well, Mac is doing his searching.
This-
Be mindful. There seems to be a loose floorboard on the stairs there.
Oh, thank you.
Might be nothing. It might be a hidden stash.
What's underneath it? As he looks out the windows.
Well, fuck if I know. Fine, I'll check it first. And he gets up the stairs and starts inspecting the floorboard.
Right. So you get to the staircase. You can definitely see that. Yeah, there's a loose nail here. It looks like it's basically just pushed back into the hole that once held it, and now it's just completely loose. You're able to pull up the floorboard, and you can see that there's a bottle stashed in here.
Huh. I'm gonna pull out the bottle.
Ooh, it would appear someone had long fingers. This is a bottle of the captain's fine rum.
Guess he's saving this for a rainy day and going drinking some swill instead. Ugh.
You do happen to know that this particular brand, if you know the right places to go with it, this can fetch you a pretty penny.
Well, Yahtzee for now. And he's gonna pocket it.
All right.
Anything
Hey.
else in the crevice?
I should look into the crevice. You find a few coins. They look a bit exotic, but you know that these coins are not really worth anything. They're the type of thing you'd think is worth something, but they really isn't.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll still take them. I can throw them at Fitz. He might have a private collection.
All right, you pocketed a bit of loot on you. So, having pocketed things, I presume you also tell Desmond what you're finding?
Yep.
So, where are you headed? What are you doing there?
So you wanna check the upper floor first, since you detect something there, or do you wanna check downstairs?
Or where's his apartment? Do we know? This is the whole house his?
Yes, this entire house is his.
Let's check upstairs. Let's find the weird thing so make sure it's not gonna hurt us. Could be. I don't think it's a ghost. It's weird.
Well, as long as you get in front of whatever it is first, so it doesn't do anything to me, I don't care.
So we're gonna sneak upstairs, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, how dark is it?
Given how dark it is outside, the only thing lighting the place is basically the lamps coming in from the outside. The inside of the house is pitch black when you're not near the windows.
Sure. I would like to use a load.
Okay.
And use dark side goggles. Isn't
Right.
that some night vision thing?
Yes, that is exactly what it is. It lets you see in the dark.
Yep.
Just reaching into your pocket, taking them out.
Yep. Going dark.
You're now able to see each of the stairs as you walk up the stairs here. Normally, you'd need to fumble a little, so it would be, a bit of a difficult thing to get up here without making too much noise. You imagine the houses nearby are empty, but you never know.
Yeah. Be careful. Also, I placed the loose floorboard back into place. How I found it.
Yep. Makes sense.
Desmond's gonna take it slower because he can't see shit.
All right. Now,
If need be, you can put a hand on my head.
Okay. I just
Now,
heard
No
I
dirty
would
thoughts.
that.
no the other head.
No, I'm not going to explain it. No, we're good. Moving on.
Mac, I didn't know you were bald. I'm not.
We're going to move on. So it's yeah, I can if he's gonna like let me do that, it won't be awkward. Like I put a touch his jacket, sleeve, collar, ear, head, whatever is convenient, and just like make sure I'm in contact with him, so I can move up at the same speed.
Yeah. I'm guessing you're trying to do this as quiet as possible. So it sounds like you're both attempting a prowl.
Does he see anywhere?
Now,
Yeah.
I will ask, are you looking to just do it individually, or is one of you trying to lead the other?
I believe right now, Mac would be trying to lead Desmond around, pointing out if there's something on the floor he needs to be careful of, or whatever.
All right. So a thing you can do in this game is that you can do teamwork rolls. Give me a moment. I will find it for you. Let's see here. Lead the group against an obstacle. So this would be Mac leading. Everyone who rolls the same let's see here. Everyone rolls the same action. The person with the best roll counts for everyone, but the leader marks 1 stress for each person who rolled a bad outcome. So, if you'd like Mac to lead the stealth up the stairs, then that is how you do. You both roll stealth. Whoever gets the better result is the one you take. And if one of you fail, then you just pay a stress, and everyone still succeeds.
Okay. So controlled.
This would be risky,
Risky.
but the effect would be standard.
Yes. No bonus dice.
Not unless you want to pay 2 stealth to push yourself, or go for a devil's bargain.
It's all good. Oof. I would like to stress
Yikes.
anyways.
I will point out that given how this goes, you will end up both counting as having rolled a 5. You just take a single point of stress.
Oh.
We combine our rolls and we combine our successes, is what's happening.
Yes. Basically, you look at who rolled the best total, and that's the one everyone takes.
Okay, fine.
I got lucky.
Good. I am taking a stress.
We both taking stress. Right?
No, just the leader.
The leader takes stress, even though. Okay.
Yeah, the leader marks 1 point of stress for each person who rolled a bad outcome. So that means that if he had been leading all 4 of you, and you rolled a 5 and everyone else had rolled 1s and 2s, then he would have been taking 3 stress.
Okay, so so that would represent him being a leader of that task, spreading that success to everybody, and that's his stress. Got it.
Yes.
Woohoo!
So you both managed to get up the stairs. It's not clean getting up there, but you get up there all the same.
So is it just a 2-story thing?
Yeah, it's just a 2-story. There's the ground floor and this floor.
So we're at the floor that the thing is on.
Yes, you would be.
I point through a wall-ish in there somewhere.
As you get up the stairs here, there's just a small landing and a door leading to the right. This would take you directly above whatever room was to the left when you entered. You can see that the walls up here are slanting, like you're underneath the ceiling at this point.
The roof pitch. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll let Mac take the lead. It's the door right there. Check it. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, checking the door. Any lock or anything?
You don't see any particular locks on the door or anything. It appears to be a perfectly normal door. It
Cool.
appears to have not closed entirely.
He puts his
Oh.
mask back on and takes a quick glance around. If you see anything more definition, helps.
You get the sense that it is on the other side of this wall. You're getting that pulling sense. It's not gotten any stronger than it was outside, so it's not anything particularly powerful, but it is pulling.
Okay. So leaning up against the door and the opening, like it's not entirely closed. Can I check along the side of it or see through the gap whether or not there's any visible trap I should be on the lookout for?
Get ahead. What approach do you think that would take?
Daring approach.
No, as in when I ask approach, it's what action are you taking? You get to decide your actions.
0 actions. Only
Like
pain.
to find the trap, I'm not entirely sure. I know what it is to disable it.
I mean, again, this is the thing where you just pick a skill you think makes sense. I'll give you a result based on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, position and everything.
So running my hand along the gap of the door, I would like to find and possibly disable any trap that would react to us pushing the door open. So I would like to roll Tinker.
Right. So tinker, in the fact that you're basically, putting your hand in and touching around for something, I'd say that actually puts you at a desperate roll, desperate position.
Jeez.
The effect will still be standard, however.
Jeez,
Actually, the
that
effect would
is-
be, no, it would be standard, yes.
Okay.
I'd like to help him be a flashback.
Right, go right ahead.
So earlier in that week, I would have reached out to my contact Hive and gotten the blueprints, which I'll add to my load as something I can get, of the building. So me and you looked over those blueprints and decided that this would be the most opportune place if there was a trap, that there would be a trap. So I will help you so you can gain an extra die, and this is one of my 2 I can do without pain stress.
That makes perfect sense to me, provided that you're going to take the advice, of course. I imagine you would.
Yes.
Basically, he's doing the teamwork ability, the aid another without paying the stress, which is something that Salt is good at.
So 1d6.
1d6 additional. Go ahead. And this one can stack with pushing yourself or a devil's bargain.
Yeah.
A 4? Are you happy with a 4?
Not quite. But I'm not sure. Desmond, what say you? Should I push or devil's bargain, or should we just accept the 4?
A 4 and a 5 is effectively the same. The only thing that could be better is a 6.
Yeah.
You succeeded. It's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna take the fall.
Right. First of all, make sure to mark a point of experience, since you just rolled a desperate roll.
Oh yeah.
This would go into your insight.
Yeah. Neat.
So as you're reaching around here, with your fingers,
Yes.
sort of, along the edges,
Hmm.
you
Mhm.
you come across it's very rudimentary. Right above your head, you brush against it with your hand. You feel hard metal against your fingers, and suddenly you hear the sound of something scrambling above you, but you're quick to grab it with both hands. It's a very simple trap. He put a small little vase of metal balancing on top of the door. It's a very lowbrow trap, but very effective because from the weight of it as you pick it down, and as you look into it, it's filled with old rusty bolts. They would have made a bunch of noise if it fell down.
Whew.
It did manage to make a little bit of noise, as you bumped into it, but not enough to alert anyone, you think?
You good, Mac?
Yeah, fucking hell, man. This better be worth it. I'm gonna slowly put it down and open the door.
All right. As you open
Well,
the door, you step in.
Can I? He's been doing that, and I just remembered something as you. I wanted to check the clock.
Yeah.
Maybe use my insight into the ether to find out what's going on. What do I roll to find out what that clock is?
You pick whichever dice you think makes sense to roll. And I'm giving you a position based on what you're trying to do. A tune, okay. I'll say for this particular clock, that is a desperate position.
Standard effect?
I'm afraid it will be a low effect.
Limited.
Limited, yes. My bad. You do just fine. First of all, make sure to mark an experience and resolve.
Okay.
Nice.
So you do the whole focus thing, and you know that he's located down the bars. So you point your attention in that direction. And you get this sense, a tiredness, a weariness. You get this smell of alcohol in your nose. You get the idea that he's drinking. But you also get just a wave of exhaustion that rolls over you.
He's coming home soon. Mac, we don't
That
have much time. He's coming home soon. I've got this feeling. He's saying that he's ripping off his mask, so Mac doesn't have to see it.
So the other clock is weariness. He's just tired. Well, weariness might not be. Tiredness is probably better. Tiredness.
Exhaustion. Drunkenness. Timer before sleep.
Actually, let's keep it to weariness then. Weariness. Because it's a combination of multiple factors, The company not being that great anymore as he gets drunker, as he gets more tired, he's going to come home.
Right.
You now know what that clock means.
We do, they don't.
Technically, now that the clock has been identified, people can start working against it, should they wish.
Okay. So what are they doing about that?
We'll be moving over to Viper and Salt.
Nothing. I'm knocking him out so he actually sleeps now.
Well,
Start a bar fight.
Too bad.
We successfully got the item, guys. Yeah. Started a bar fight, and now he's dead. So I guess.
And now he's knocked up. Wait, what?
No, knocked up.
What?
Look, what happens on the Leviathan ships, stay on the Leviathan ships. You don't
You're
want to talk
right.
about
A little bit of demon blood. I mean, people just go crazy.
it.
Anyways, Mr. Sailor.
A little bit of demon blood, a little bit of butter.
I'm going to purchase 4 of the beers that they've been drinking.
Yeah.
And I'm going to spike one of them with the vial of slumber essence that I have.
Oh. Now, are you keeping track of which beer you're spiking?
Of course.
I'm guessing it's the one for your target?
It is.
Oh, it's for me.
Right.
It's not for me.
No.
No, it's my own actually. I'm tired as
I'm
fuck.
done. I'm done with all of you.
It's
just
for
saying-
the
I'm
one
just-
random guy that's sitting at the table.
I don't like the way Peggy over there has been looking.
I could see that as a baller move you ever tied at the party. You know what, guys? I'm done with this conversation. Just down the bottle and continue leaning backwards until you fall. All right, so you're going to spike this guy's drinks. Okay. How are you doing that? What are you doing?
Hold on, give me a second.
Right?
His house exploded.
1,
No, my microphone was doing stupid
2.
stuff. So yeah, as I'll get the beers in front of me, I'm literally just gonna kind of subtly just hold the bottle down, pour the vial in, and then set it with the others, and then stand up and grab all the bottles and just keep in mind which one I've got. So, as much as it's not my strong point, I think I'm gonna have to finesse it.
I do agree that this is a finesse. And
Yeah.
I will say
Do
that
it.
what you're doing is of the position of desperate, because this is one of those things where if you're caught, it's gonna go bad.
Yeah,
Effect, however, will be great if you succeed.
awesome.
It's just a good thing that we're still not like associated with each other if this goes wrong.
Known associate type status. Yeah.
So desperate
first
and
job.
great.
Yeah.
I don't have any bonus dice on this one.
No.
Not unless you want to push yourself or go for a dose bug.
You got a 5.
We're doing it. It's a 5. It's
I
fine.
think I'm gonna take the 5 and roll.
It's
You,
fine.
you,
Also, desperate
you-
roll experience.
you're just picking the 5?
You don't
Yeah.
add more to it? Well,
No,
I-
because I need to save my pool just in case.
okay.
Because that
Understandable. Understandable.
yeah, my stress pool's not just my stress pool; it's everybody's stress pool.
You're a stress pool.
All right.
You're
so
a stress relief.
Who is stress
S-
pool? The alternate Deadpool day. Fucking hyped up on cortisol.
All right, so you get the tray of beers. The barkeeper's an old man. He's getting them ready, and you see him like putting them on a tray, and you do the whole. Oh, let me get them for you. That table, right? And as you go over, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for interrupting your game earlier. Sorry, it was a long voyage. It was very rude of me. I wanted to apologize. I saw you drinking the beers. Wanted to, say I'm sorry. So here you go, folks. And I set the beers in front of each of them, making sure to put the spiked one in front of our guy.
Right.
I suppose apology accepted.
Of course. I'll leave y'all be now.
So you put the beers in front of everyone, and you're definitely sure that pouring a bottle into another bottle at a bar, someone would likely have seen it, but it's the whole what do we care? It's not my beer. And this isn't exactly an upstanding society kind of place.
Yeah. And
So
I
you managed.
mark experience on that.
Yes, you do. It was a desperate roll.
So that goes into prowess.
Yes.
And what is it when you get 6 experiences in a thing? You get a dot. Is that how that works?
Yes, and prowess. You can see there's a number of like spots there you can fill out.
Yeah.
Once those are all filled out, you remove all of them and you get a dot anywhere you want it.
Even in insight or resolve. He did say anywhere you want.
I knew what
I
he
wanted my
meant.
special abilities.
I'm gonna give you the opposite of Devil's Bargain.
I'm gonna put it in wreck because I am a wreck.
Yes, Viper is.
All right, so you managed to get the spiked beer in front of him, and he now has it. Whenever he drinks next, he'll start drinking from that. It's likely to take effect soon. Viper, I'd say that, given that that Salt is up to no good, like, yourself is up to no good, you definitely have noticed that he put something in that beer. Generally, I like the idea that players just know each other enough to notice when other people are doing shit. But if you ever want to do something that is hidden from the group, like send me a DM, we'll figure it out. Righty then.
For now, I think I'm just gonna continue with the game, and then at one point take the beer and just kind of raise it up to the others before taking a swig to try and trigger him taking a swig as well.
I guess this would be another sway.
Mhm.
I'll say this particular one, it's not going to be controlled since you're trying to, elicit a response from him. It's not just detecting lies anymore. It's not desperate either. He has no reason to believe that you're up to no good by just raising a toast.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be risky.
Okay.
And the result will be standard since there is no...
Right.
Well, there is a greater effect that could happen if you really want it. I'd say that's one of the things you can go for a Devil's Bargain for if you'd like.
Nah.
Right?
Oh!
Well, you didn't have to do a Devil's Bargain. So,
Six, boo.
So you're looking around the room a little, sort of turning your beer on the table in your hand.
Yeah.
And you notice something. A lot of the sailors here have the same tattoo.
Oh, great.
They all have a tattoo that says the Serpent. It's like an anchor. It has that, scroll sort of line across it and says the Serpent.
Uh-huh.
Do you know, if you wanted to sort of get a bit more life into the bar, that might be a thing to call out. I'll leave it up to you whether you do or not.
Is one of them like sitting close enough to me that like the arm with the tattoo or something is very visible?
All three of the people you're playing with right now has that tattoo.
Okay. So as I've done the raise the beer and take a swig, I'm just going to glance over to the tattoo on the arm of the guy next to me. Just kind of lean just a little bit, not enough to be like, oh, I'm looking at your dice, but and just kind of caress over it, being like, well, that's a very charming tattoo.
It's me ship. You like it?
Well, I do
plenty
like
more.
snakes.
Do you now? Well, if you win a couple more rounds, I might be willing to show you a different kind of snake. And you hear this sort of salty laughter around the table. Or were you
Well,
more interested in the ship itself?
perhaps a bit of both. As I take another swig.
Well, the Serpent is one of the older ships. I suppose it's still docked. If you'd be interested, we could probably show you around the ship for the evening.
That would
know.
be very nice.
A little side
All
heist
right.
on a ship.
Side heist.
So the additional effect here is that you've managed to lower his weariness.
Yay!
Like, he's saying like, yeah, no, I want to be out tonight. Sounds like there's going to be fun stuff happening. Yeah, sure, that guy was weird, but come on.
But one thing, though, I don't know about we. I'm not that kind of girl. Maybe just you?
I'm guessing you're doing this at the target, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, fellas, but I can't say no to that. And you see the older man go, didn't have a chance anyway. As for the most sneevy guy, who's by the way been bleeding coins to all of you through this game.
Yeah.
To heck with this. Right, I'm cashing out. I'm done. And he gets up and leaves the table. Actually, don't mind him. He's a sore loser.
Well, he has been losing quite a bit.
That he has. How about we all take another drink on him? As he takes 2 of the coins that he just put into the pool out.
I drink to that.
I'd say this particular beer has gone down fast, which means that the target has very much been drinking this potion.
Good.
Right. Gonna move away from the distraction a little, unless any of you have anything you really want to do before we move over to the others a bit. I'll take the silence as a no.
Can't think of anything yet.
Moving back to the rest of you.
Good with it.
Little Mac and Desmond, you're in a bedroom. An old, rickety-looking bedroom. The bed here does not have a mattress on it. Well, it does, but it's one of those things that's just a bunch of springs. And there's like an old, like, hole riddled piece of cloth just wrapped around it. It's not a proper mattress. And from the smell of the room, it's only a little rat infested, not too bad.
Where's the weird feeling coming from in the room?
So in this room, there's the bed. There's like a little table next to the bed. You see, there's a night pot underneath the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a closet, and you're
Please not
getting
the
the
night pot.
sense it's the night pot slowly pulling you in.
It's the
Stick
Taco
your
Bell.
arm in me.
It's the Taco Bell.
It's the fucking West of Loathing spittoon all over again.
Oh no.
If you don't know what that is, look it up after the game. It's great.
So is it in the end table?
No, it's
table?
it's basically from this closet. That's so it's not. Yeah, it is like a small little closet where he can hang his clothes, fold some, and put it in. That's
Jack
where the sense
closet.
is coming from.
The weirdness is over in there. I'd put a
Yeah,
wager
well-
on it. It's going to be what we're looking for, too, knowing our luck.
Great. Well, I told you. You lead the way. You take care of the weirdness. I don't touch that stuff. That is my pastime.
Check the closet door.
Not
Does
on
it
the
look
job.
weird? It doesn't look odd in the least. I'm just going to open it. I mean, to an average
Yeah.
person's eyes, does it look odd?
No, it's just a regular closet door.
Okay, open the door.
Right. As you open it, once you open the closet, you see there are a few like built-in drawers into the inside of the closet,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see like a sort of heavy-looking jacket hanging in here, a few shirts in various states of cleanliness and repair,
Mm-hmm.
a single one good-looking striped shirt hanging in like the corner,
Mm-hmm.
which he did not wear out tonight. And you can see a sort of a woolly looking hat just sitting on top of one of the drawers. You
Mhm.
get this pulling sensation is coming from the second drawer on the right.
Whip out the spirit mask, put it on, and see if I can gain more detail as I reach for the door handle and pull it open slowly.
I should pull it open. You basically just see a small little drawer that's filled with what looks to be socks. But you can see in the mask that there's something pulling here from the very back of the drawer. But you see the drawers ending. Like, you can see the back of the drawer, but
Mhm.
there's something behind here.
I'll take out the drawer, and set it on top.
Yeah.
Or set it to the side, and
Yeah.
look back in there.
So this is not a very sophisticated drawer system. It's basically just a hole in this frame here. And as you look in, you can see a small little square box at the back of the hole.
Hmm. Reach back in there, grab hold of the box, pull it out.
Well, that certainly appears to be a music box of some sort.
I flip
It
it
looks
open, and
it looks old. It looks waterlocked quite a bit.
I need to see the figurine though, so I open it up.
Yeah. You open up and you do see what appears to be an old ballerina. While the rest of this particular box appears very waterlogged, that ballerina still looks, well, it looks new almost, but it also looks slightly wet.
We need the statuette, not the box. So I take the statuette. Can I dismount it out of the center of
Very
the?
easily.
I slip it out.
Yeah.
And I put
It
the
basically
box
pulls
back.
out of like a little socket.
I put the box back. I put the drawer back.
Wait, as you go to put the box back, you flash back to right before we left the bar.
I love it. I love it. No, this is so funny. So I love it. Go ahead.
Right before we leave the bar, Salt handed you a pressed salt cube, and this is something you've seen him do before. Every heist, he leaves a cube of salt, so that people know who stole from them. And he reminded you, hey, when you take it, make sure to leave our calling card, and you have the cube of salt in your pocket.
Okay. I understand where you're coming from, and I completely think it's cool. But my character is a street rat who got into the occult. And so he's staring at this. He's like, I've seen some weird shit. I've seen it all seems a little pretentious. Like, really? And so you may get that feeling from
Salt is
him.
absolutely pretentious. Yes.
Oh yeah. So it's like, so he's gonna feel because that the dirty clothes you see in that little portrait of his is quite accurate to the way he dresses and everything. He's almost like the opposite of Salt.
Mhm.
So he's like, all right, I suppose I could do you that little favor for setting this up for us. Maybe a little reminder about your involvement. That's just kind of his way of acknowledging that, okay, you're asking me to do this thing. That's how he would phrase it. If you wanted to throw anything in there, that's my introduction, addition to your back flashback. Sorry, just to give you a feel for his character. So as he sets the box back, he's like, oh, and he takes out that cube. Probably had it like in a leather pouch or something like that, just by set it in there. Opens it up,
Yeah.
sets it down, closes it. It's wet. I mean, it's gonna melt, but whatever. He wanted it. And I put the drawer back and kind of like put things back the way they were, try to leave things as it was.
Yeah. I'd say as you put the music cube back, there's plenty of space there that you could have put like a pouch back there or whatever you wanted. So if you want to put the cube of salt back there next to the music box, you can do that.
Like I said that, but would I really expect it to melt underneath the wetness of this waterlogged box? Or would it stay there?
it would probably melt a little bit. It would not go completely away. Like it's moist at best.
I think that works. That's enough. That's enough.
Ugh.
Moist salt.
Here you go. Have some moist salt.
And so yeah, he puts it all back. He leaves it just as it is, and it's like, Matt, you think you could put that back the way you found it? It's like we never were here, because we got to move and move fast before they. Mac,
Yeah.
I was asking if you could put the booby trap back. You think you could put the
course.
booby trap so it makes it look like we were never here?
I'm just gonna grow a full fucking meter and just
It was
put
up.
it on top of the fucking door, right?
Give it to me. I'll do it. I'll take care of it.
Yes.
No, let me do it. All right.
Thank you.
So I'm going to try to do a tinker roll or whatever to put this stupid thing back up in there as I'm exiting the door, kind of the way he would have done it when he left. Or
Yeah.
Parker.
I mean, fucking hell. What are you gonna ask me? Do you want me to ask? For
I'm sorry.
uppies?
Maybe I'll ask you to climb into this hole and count the rat droppings since you're so little. You freaking
Yes,
talk to me
Lil
that way. I
Mac want
forgot.
uppies.
The player forgot your character was giga short. Sorry. I should just imagine a dwarf in my mind. Like,
Giga
oh, yeah.
shorts. Giga
He-
short. Really?
Giga short. Yes. Motherfucker is 4'9". IRL, this player is 6'5". That's giga short. Go fuck all you. Everybody's short to me except for one person or two people that I know. Kiss my ass.
Gladly.
Okay, so you'd want to try and put it back there.
Yes.
What
the
did you say?
tinker.
What role did you say? With tinker?
I think it's a tinker roll. I was gonna try to finesse it, but if the
You-
tinker was what he did, I was gonna try to finesse it, like
You can also
ease
do
it up
that.
there.
You can do that.
And that's the
You
sleight of
definitely
hand.
can.
So
Yeah. All right. Well, you made him roll a tinker roll. I figured I'd do the same thing. I was just
Basically, I'm letting you choose what role you think makes sense, and I'm giving you various things
Risky?
depending on. Yeah,
Desperate?
I'd say it's risky. The effect
Standard?
would be standard. Yeah, you can't really get a better effect than.
Okay. Okay.
devil's bargain.
You can also
What
pay
was this
some
roll
dust.
for? Putting the thing
Hang on a
back?
second. I'm gonna ping you something because I'm gonna ask something. Nari sent me something at the front door. That would have been good, Nari, if I saw that before.
Yeah. Oh well.
Sorry.
What? That was the roll to put the trap back.
Yes. Let's see here.
I'm thinking about expending some tools, but as I'm looking at my tools, I don't know what that means because the book no say.
Give me a quick moment then. Let's see if I can find anything.
That's what it says. That's the actual spelling.
There you go. A vial of ectoplasm.
Electroplasm.
Yeah, was it ectoplasm or electroplasm? Different things.
Electroplasm.
Electroplasm. Designed to break or splatter on impact. Basically, there's a ghost there. Fuck! Throw bottle. Ghost no pass.
It's a ghost block bottle, so I can throw it at a door or a wall and I can't get through.
Yes, you can throw it somewhere and the ghost won't be able to pass through it.
Or I can pour
That
a line
is-
around myself in like a circle or something.
Yes, that is my understanding of what it's meant for. Let me just double check.
I'm
so
just
not
gonna have to
telling you that.
freaking push for it.
Let's see here. Yes, it is exactly what I told you it is. It's designed. It's meant to repel ghosts.
Fuck me.
I have a question.
Yep. Go ahead.
It falls. It falls.
The silence potion vial, is that like an area of effect thing?
The silence.
Like the silence
potion.
spell?
Let me just take a look. Silence potion vial. Got it right here. It negate all sound within 10 paces of the drinker. So yes, it's the silence spell.
Ah, yes, but I need to fucking drink it. I'm not gonna be able to do that in time.
Yeah, you'd have to pull it out like, oh shit, 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 shit. It's falling.
I'll say that if you're willing to pay a point of stress, I'll
I roll-
allow you to roll it as it falls to try and drink it.
To roll to drink?
He'd give you
Yes.
a chance if you.
I'd give you a chance. I'd give you a chance by rolling. I'd say it counts as finesse to get it out, get the stopper out, and everything.
Sure, I will spend one stress on that.
All right.
Risky, desperate, control.
This would be desperate. I mean, you
Yes.
can't exactly make it worse. It's gonna go bang.
Effect.
The effect would be great.
Great. And no bonus dice.
No bonus dice, I'm afraid. Not unless you decide to push yourself. Technically, you're meant to ask for Devil's Bargain or push yourself before you roll. I'm fine with us doing it as you roll to see if you need it.
Okay. Please. I mean,
Four
that is a
is-
4.
All right.
So there might
Are
be
you
a
good?
slight noise, but
Are you good with a 4?
I feel like I am.
All right.
We are daring, by the way.
So
Well, fine. Sure. Daring. So what
No,
does...
no, I mean, like we take the risk on this. That's what I'm saying. No, I was agreeing with you. We take the 4. We're daring. We don't need to
okay.
try
that's good.
again. We just roll.
Yes.
We just play the hand. Like, let's do it. Let's just stick with it.
Yep. Sure.
all right. Let us just see here. Okay.
That's another good thing about being short. There's less distance from my pockets to my mouth.
Question: have you previously marked a desperate EXP in prowess?
No.
Then you'll mark one now.
Ooh,
All right.
thank you.
So as it falls, you see, oh shit, it goes out of his hands, tips over, plummets to the floor. You see these things happen in slow motion. You basically rip the potion out of your pocket, tear the stopper off of it, and chuck it as fast as you've ever drunken anything. You see these these bolts and such start hitting the floor like duck, duck. And before the big old bucket of them hit, you hear. And Desmond, you see the thing hit the floor. You heard the first duck, 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 and then nothing as it smashes against the floorboard. You see these bolts scatter everywhere on the ground. And there's not a sound.
So Desmond's gonna be like frozen. Then looks at Mac.
Who is just now removing the bottle from his lips and just going, what the fuck? Looking up at him.
Desmond's luck is not doing you any favors. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, like,
currently
okay,
none of you can
leave it.
speak anyway.
So yeah, that's what
Yep.
I'm saying. He's holding his fingers and doing the whole wrap up sound because there's no way we're picking up all this shit. So let's just go.
You know,
Yeah.
yep. Are we gonna
You-
check any
you-
more rooms before we leave?
Not at this point. We need to go.
Okay.
All right. You basically get out of there, just I guess you're still closing the door behind you, or you're
Locking
leaving
it.
it open.
We're locking it and everything. So this guy's gonna come home. It's gonna be
yeah.
weird.
Again, the entrance door is just one of those, when you close it, you lock it. Now, as you get out on the street, there's still just silence around you.
Obviously, because there's no sound coming from us. But do we hear anything from beyond that meter, or is it just like a blocked? Because the way it reads, like sound cannot be produced within that area around the drinker. Can we still hear things from beyond that?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Do we
Now,
hear shouts? Do we hear whistles?
I'm getting to that.
Oh.
One of the clocks did just get filled out. However, I had mislabeled the clock. The first clock was meant to be awareness. It has now been replaced with suspicion.
Okay.
Meaning that at this point, the neighborhood is aware that someone is here who isn't supposed to be here. They still don't know where you are, and they still don't know who you are.
Okay.
Once suspicion fills out entirely, we get to alarm. That means that now they know someone is here and they're looking for you. Like now there are people actively looking, not just passively looking. Currently, people are passively looking. They're like, something's not right. Because, someone just heard those like ticker-tacker on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But I do apologize that I mislabeled the first clock. You'll see the awareness, suspicion alarm clock appear in basically every stealth-based heist you do.
Gotcha.
And it will always go 4 in the first, 6 in the second, 8 on the final one. Once alarm is up, they know you're there and they're actively hunting you. At that point, it get replaced with reinforcements. And if you reinforcement will just keep refilling. Because that is just more blue coats arriving at the scene and such. You need to go once it starts doing that.
Hmm. Okay, so
All right.
we are good. We just need to lay low, be quiet, and slip out of the neighborhood. So
Yes, exactly.
and Mac would know that too, so I don't need to say anything to him. We just kind of saunter off.
You might also need to give the others a signal that they're good to go.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I think Mac is just gonna, on the way to the boat, just like pop his head in or whatever, just as a hey.
Get a drink or something and leave. Get a quick shot of alcohol and leave. Something quick to show your face.
Like, you guys have seen Simpsons. When Grandpa Simpson goes to the brothel
He
and
walks
sees
in.
Bart at the reception.
Yep.
I feel like Mac would do something like that, like just enough to like make enough of a presence that they would notice, but not enough for anyone else to really care.
I'll say that given everything, Salt would likely be the one to notice you since, he's trying to keep a beat on things. If I understand the situation correct. Whereas Viper's just more focused on keeping the guy here, which, by the way, has been getting very easy over the last few minutes.
Yeah, and then if he actually gets up to go to take her to the ship, I imagine that potion's going to start hitting him really hard, and he's not going to make it to the ship conscious.
Yeah. So yeah, you see Max stick his head in. You get eye contact for just a second.
Yep, I nod at him.
Yep.
And I'm going to stand up and loudly make a scene of like, well, I think I've got what I was after by being here. It's been a pleasure to meet you all. I'm going to make it back to my bunk before I end up sleeping in the street again. Last time that happened, I woke up with VD and no wallet. And he slaps the guy next to him as he says so. Night, gents, night, gents. And he starts stumbling out the door. And when he does,
The
Go ahead.
The guy next to you was deep in his cups. As you slap his back, he basically just rocks forward and back a little. He nearly falls out of his chair, and he looks up at you. "Arr."
Hey, that's my boy right there.
And you're able to
Boy,
get
can
out of it.
happen, he says as he walks out the door.
Sorry, what did you say?
Glory to the serpent as he walks out the door. Trying to get a big
You
cheer
hear
out of everybody.
you hear practically a yell from the bar.
Yeah.
Various forms of
man.
praises for the serpent. And you hear glasses being drunk, and then you hear the shattering of glasses. Some people threw the glass on the ground after. Followed by the barkeep going, "Oh crap! Don't."
As I step out, I'm going to go to the corner, and as I'm walking, I'm going to flip off the really dank, dirty sailor's jacket I've got on, and kind of throw it in the alley. Take the cloth out, and wipe my face off to wipe the dirt off and everything. Fix my hair a little bit, and put my fake glasses on, and just be ready with my next alias as I wait just on the edge of the alley, the opposite direction of where they would go towards the docks. Waiting for Viper and our target to leave.
So basically, you walk out and you pull a Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, speaking
So-
of, I would
Yeah.
be trying to get him to take me to the ship, as it were, so he would lose his consciousness outside of the bar.
Yeah.
So we can
And-
basically get him into an alley.
I'd say give me a sway check.
Okay.
And normally I don't call for
Controls?
it, but that is what you're trying to do here. I'd say it's risky more than anything.
Okay.
There's a slight chance that you mess it up bad. Result would be standard.
There's a
Right.
4 there. I'm good.
That's perfectly fine. So you make a show of the whole. I think I'm also done for the night. At this point, I presume you'll let the old guy with the beard, win a little, so he's not gonna get salted that you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
are leaving.
Yeah.
So he ends up with most of the coins, which you imagine he's just gonna spend this evening on more beer.
Probably.
However, the other guy, your target goes, "Yeah, I'll show the serpent. Let's go. What's your name again?"
Melissa.
Melissa. Yeah, let's go, Melissa. Oh, you get, he puts his armor on. You can feel that he's already quite heavy. He is, he's starting to lose the battle.
Yeah.
But there's something else driving him right now other than just tiredness.
Yeah, his other brain, right?
His other brain is turned on right now, and it goes, "No, we going." And as you walk outside and you get into the cold air, you see the cold air hits him like a ton of bricks. You can feel it in his arm that it hits him. It's the alcohol, it's the fact that he's been drugged. He's going, oh. I might have to do that one tomorrow. I think I need to go home.
You might want to sit down.
No, I'm fine. It's just up the way. And he starts taking a few steps. He takes like 4 steps. He gets in front of the alley where Salt is standing right now. And Salt, you can see he's going to collapse in 3, 2.
I just step out and go easy.
Yeah, I'll
mate."
make some
And I-
a quick movement of like get over here.
and I just want to help set him down just a little bit into the alley where nobody is going to see him until the morning.
Yeah, like just behind the trash can. There you go, buddy.
And let me know if he does go completely out cold.
He does go. He's out cold. He's done for.
I'm going to use one more part of my load. One of the things that I have as one of my items is a fine bottle of whiskey. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to uncork it. I'm going to pour about half of it out and then I'm going to
Yeah.
pour the rest of it on him, and then stick
Yeah.
the bottle in his hand and wrap his hand around the bottle.
All right.
And then I'll take off my overcoat, put it around Viper's shoulders, put my arm around her, and go, "After you, my dear. I think it's
Why,
time we head
thank
home."
you, gentlemen.
Sorry about the comment earlier.
All good. Was a
And-
role you had to play, right?
Oh, from what I understand, you love role playing.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
It's going to be an interesting game, guys. It's going to be an interesting game.
It's gonna be a mighty interesting game. Holy shit!
All right. So the rest of the path home is non-eventful. You've not raised any sort of big alarms, like the neighborhood got suspicious that something was going on, but they never did confirm what or who. And given the fact that you managed to get him proper drunk, he doesn't alarm the authorities until the next day. Like, it's not until the next morning that word gets out. You get home scot-free.
I'm going to do the mask attuned thing to find out what I can about this figure before Fitz gets his hands on it.
We are going to go over that because we are getting to the end of the score. There it is. So, first of all, what you get from also you would have noticed this as you were carrying the thing.
Yeah, and he would take his time with it if he could.
Like, you don't even need to attune to it. As you were carrying this thing, you're getting this. It's like in the back of your mind, this longing to go to sea. You don't normally want to go to sea, but you do now. Like,
What's in this?
you're starting to notice these thoughts of, maybe I could take like a job on, maybe a Leviathan hunter. That's too extreme, but maybe just to try sailing.
He puts on a spirit. He takes a moment, steps to the side, puts on a spirit mask to try to kind of defend himself from these thoughts.
Yeah. Give me an attune check. There's no risk here. It's just to see if you can figure out what this thing does. What this thing does. That's just fine. Yeah, this little dancer here. It wants to draw you to sea.
Why the heck are you walking around
Why?
in public with that on?
Give me a moment. Stop. He's like focusing again.
And specifically, if you were to put it in a music box and play that music box, whoever listened to the melody would be drawn to the waters.
Oh,
Get in the water.
I see. He tries to make a mental note or mental mantra or something, a defense he can to like, okay, these thoughts are not real. These thoughts are not real, because he doesn't want to walk around wearing the mask, so he takes it back off. So continue walking.
Yeah, I mean, just carrying the thing doesn't make you want to jump into the water. It just makes you give these stray thoughts.
Right. He's still
It
doing
could be
it though.
fun to go on a boat, and
Yeah.
and once you get in your guys' own boat to sail back, you get this strange sense of peace. Like, yeah, this is nice.
Mm. It's a siren. We
There you
stole a
go.
siren, my children. Or my friends. Goodness. Mind wandering.
My children.
My children, yes. No, it's a siren, my friends. It makes you want to go to sea. You feel peaceful out here. Like everything's all right. He's writing, he's saying this in the waves and in the boat.
Yeah. Whatever Fitch or his friend will want with this thing, you don't know, but it's
Or
not
do
your
with
job
it.
to know.
I mean, it's cash. It doesn't matter to us.
In that brief
Not-
moment post job, he's going to accept that peace it's giving him as he's riding on this boat and just kind of enjoy it. Little moments like this you don't ever really get too often.
Yeah. As you get across the waves back to your quarters, back to your hideout, you're able to stash it just fine. Again, you get this sense of uneasiness as you leave your little boat, like, no, you want it a bit longer. Just, you could maybe do a little lap around the area or something.
Yeah,
But
then it would never stop.
know that these thoughts are not real. They're not yours.
And so he sets
And
it
of
down as soon as he
course-
can.
Yeah, and as soon as it's no longer in your possession, it stops. And that wraps up your first score. We will move on to payoff. Now, since you did get above awareness, you will be earning reputation. If you had not gone above awareness, you normally wouldn't earn reputation at all, because then no one noticed you were there. Unless you leave a calling card.
Who would do such a thing?
It's like he read the rules.
What? Would I do that? I totally read the whole book. Leave me alone.
So, first of all, your crew earns 2 points of reputation. On the crew sheet, you can mark reputation.
I don't know where the... Oh, there it is.
Already did it. It's done.
Let's see here. And yeah, if you keep the operation completely quiet so no one knows about, you earn 0 reputation, which, is what you avoided. The job is a minor job, so it only pays 2 coin.
No, for all adults, thank you very much. No islands involved or anything.
It was a
So 2
minor job,
coins.
so you earn 2 coins. However, your ward boss wants his cut. He's going to take one of them. You can choose to deny him his cut if you want.
Oh.
His,
Desmond is going to vote against that.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially with the first job, yeah, no, we're not keeping that from him.
We aren't big enough dogs in this yard for that yet.
Like, we are
just to give you an
daring, we're not stupid.
Just to give you an idea of how much a ward boss wants. They want your cruise tier plus 1 in coin. Your cruise tier 0, so he wants 1 coin for the fact that you did the job. That is his cut, and that is regardless of how big your job is. He wants 1 coin.
So if we did a
So
4-coin job, we'd still just have to give him 1.
Yes, then you'd still have 3 coins to yourself. But you did a 2-coin job, so you get to keep 1 and he gets 1. And again, keep in mind that a coin is a week's pay, so it's not a little you're giving him. You're giving him quite a bit. You're giving him 50% of your income.
Hell, again, we're daring, we're not stupid.
Yeah. All right, next up, we will take a look at how much heat your crew pulled. So first of all, smooth and quiet. That would earn you no heat at all. Then there is very contained. I'd say we're looking at contained. As in, you did cause slight disturbance in the neighborhood. You ruffled the feathers of a few people at the bar. Not enough that anyone's going to raise a big stink about it, but enough that, when he calls it into the guard, when he finds out that something's been stolen from him, a few people are going to go, yeah, there were some weird types. Can't quite remember
The girl
them.
wanted to talk to you. That's obviously strange.
Yeah. So your crew will accrue 2 points of heat.
Heat is fine, right?
Yeah, heat is fine so long as it doesn't max out. Once it max out, something happens.
We
Gotcha.
get the wanted stars, and then the police start spawning behind us to arrest us instantly.
Yeah, it's
Right, and then we
Fucking
get the
bullshit.
busted screen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Yep. And roll a number of dice equal to your wanted level. You don't have any. If wanted level is 0, roll 2 dice and keep the lowest. Would one of you mind rolling 2d6 and keeping the lowest?
Not me.
Oh, I know the perfect person for this. Nexus.
He's been rolling well. Let's go.
You know.
No, don't say that. You said that he's rolling well. Now he won't. God, you
when
should have known the
say
rules.
that, it's gonna fuck up.
We'll find out.
See?
Right?
Two.
And you get the better results. So rivals are unquieted dead. Let's see what those do.
Fine.
Rival is the unquiet dead.
No, rivals or the unquiet dead. Let's see
None of those.
here.
Doesn't do anything. We're fine.
She's just saying that. I have no idea if that's true. I'm just saying.
I am making it so. I will sway our dungeon master.
Right. We will go with unquiet dead.
No.
Uh-oh.
Desmond, you remember that ghost you sent down the alley?
Mm-hmm.
It came home with you.
What was it drawn to?
It was drawn to a nice gentleman that, was very active snooping around the place. It's drawn to you.
Yeah, fuck. Unquiet dead, you said?
Now,
do I-
it's not particularly disruptive or anything. It's just, it's following you around. It might cause some problems. It might be a good idea to get either Whisper or Railjack, your Whisper, so you can handle this yourself, to either destroy or banish it.
Otomoto likes you.
Basically, what I'm saying is that you can spend your downtime to get rid of it if you want to get rid of it.
Sure. Do it in a accommodating way. I mean, it's not like I am destroying the spirit. I'd be.
Now,
Nice.
we will get to the final bit of today's session. Let's see here. First of all, we'll be accumulating you guys' EXP. So everyone, turn your attention to the lowest part in your character sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We now need to start asking ourselves some questions. Well, you need to start asking yourself questions. We'll go over it as a group once now, so everyone sort of gets an idea for how it works. We'll start with Lurk. So that's little Mac. So first of all, did you address a challenge with stealth or evasion?
Yes. Stealth.
Did you do it multiple times?
Yes?
I mean, technically, if you include the intro sequence.
We definitely do.
Okay.
So that is 2 points of experience. You get to put them wherever you want. But we're moving on because we need to calculate for more.
It says
Next.
playbook advancement is where you mark those 2 points right there.
In your playbook or an attribute.
No. Where it says, like, in the lower part of my character sheet, I have mark XP, playbook advancement, and then there's like a bunch of hash marks. Is that we put the XP there, right?
Yes, if you want them in your playbook, you put them there. You put
can
the
either-
XP in anything you want to advance.
What does playbook advancement do if I put them there? Because I don't see a path
Once-
of it.
Once it fills up, you clear all of them, and then you get one of your special abilities.
So playbook advancement is special ability advancement. Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
I thought playbook advancement was like we earned this set of XP here, and once we max it out, we get a point to spend wherever we want. It's
No, playbook
Okay.
advancement is what gives you special abilities.
fantastic. Thank you.
Right. So let's see. That was the first thing. Next thing, again, we're still on Lil Mac. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I don't really think I did.
That's perfectly fine. And finally, Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
I didn't struggle. No.
All right, so that's 2 experience for you, as well as any you gain from desperate rolls. There's no cap on how many desperate rolls you can get from.
Okay, and I can put those 2 in the same skill or 1 per.
Anywhere you want. You can put them.
Okay.
You can put them in
cool.
playbook advancement. You can put them in resolve, prowess, insight, whichever one you feel like.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Right, we are moving on from you to our slide, which would be Viper.
Yes.
Did you address a challenge with deceit or influence?
I mean, I tried to sway a couple times, so
So yes,
suppose
and I'd
so,
say
yeah.
you did. I'd say you did it multiple times even.
yeah.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Technically, you put out my background of journalist, and then I poked at it a little bit, but I don't know if that counts.
I'm leaving the judgment up to you. If you think it counts, you can count it.
Nah, it was too uninfluential. I don't know the proper word for that.
All right, that's fine. And finally, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
Nope.
So you earn 2 points of experience, put them anywhere you like. Moving on to our spider, Salt. Did you address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy?
Multiple times.
2 points of experience right there. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background during the session?
I'd say not really. Kinda, but no.
Right. And finally, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
Nope.
I don't imagine any of you have done any of those particular ones yet. And finally, we'll move on to our whisper. Did you address a challenge with knowledge or arcane power?
Twice. I unleashed a ghost, and I used my arcane knowledge and power to discover information.
2 points of experience. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Not an extent that would make a difference. I did roleplay my character. It's about all I can say.
All right. Simply role-playing it is part of it. That is what would earn it to you.
Mostly just expressing like the differences between my character and Salt's character, probably the primary thing.
Yeah,
That's about the only thing I would say that justifies that.
I'd personally say that justifies 1 experience.
Okay.
And finally, and I don't think anyone did this, but correct me if I'm wrong, did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma?
Mm-mm.
So that's 3 experience there. And finally, is there anyone who feels like anyone should be put up for getting a bonus experience for being an excellent player or sport during tonight's session?
Viper.
Who did you say?
Nari. Viper.
Tala? You were
Tala?
gonna say
Yeah,
Tala.
yes. I almost did, yeah.
Aw.
That's so nice.
Is everyone in agreement?
Yeah.
I was gonna make a joke recommendation. I was gonna say it's because Mac let me put my hand on his head. So.
I mean, I personally was gonna say Cyntari because he helped me out when my brain blanked.
That's player thing. It's not in game though. I'm talking about
I
extra
know.
XP.
Player thing is allowed to be used for a reason to give someone the 1 bonus experience. It is just it is basically just a pat on the back for being a great sport in the game.
I think Nari
It can be
deserves it.
All right. I hear 2
Nari.
2 votes for Nari.
Yeah, we win.
Uh,
Nari, take the point.
And I suppose Nexus. Well, I need to ask Nexus, are you in agreement?
Sure, Nari can have it.
All right. Now you get 1 additional experience point. That is
My-
experience. The final thing is your downtime activities.
We didn't do any.
No,
No, this is
normally we would do
post-match.
those now. We need to do those before we start the next heist. I'll say, given we've gone a bit overtime, people are right with us starting next time we play this with your downtime activities.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ghost activities is
Alright.
what I'm dealing with. Also, I had a
That's
question about the
perfect.
ghost
Paranormal
activities.
activity.
We have a
Yeah,
heat
go
of
right
2,
ahead.
as far as I know, right?
Yes, that is
And
correct.
entanglements say heat 0 to 3 or 1 to 3 is gang trouble and usual suspects. 4 5 is rivals or unquiet dead.
Wait, did I do it wrong?
Yeah, I can screenshot what's on here. It's like if you go to the blade
You're right.
sheet.
Keep the lowest result. I did it wrong. You are correct. My apologies.
Yeah, so we only have a heat 2 because that's what you told us we earned, and so that gives us gang
Yep, you are-
trouble. Usual suspects. Usual
You
suspects
are
like blue
correct.
crew.
No, you are correct. You are correct. I did this wrong. So let's see here. In that case, we'll go through these. You have someone in the periphery on your crew. While one player volunteers a friend or vice purveyor as the person most likely to be taken. You make a fortune roll. Gang trouble only matters if you have a gang or cohort, so you don't, so it will be the usual suspects. So who would like to volunteer a friend or vice purveyor?
To be in trouble?
Whoa. Dude.
What?
Can I volunteer my friend? You remember who my friend is?
I do. Would you like to volunteer them?
I don't want to volunteer my friend. If it's a player choice, I think it's hilarious. If it's a character choice, like I'm throwing somebody under the bus, absolutely not.
Would it be
I-
like? Would it be like my vice purveyor is going to hear about this and give me a hard time about it? Or
Basically,
or like they're going to get in trouble for it.
Basically what's going to happen is that someone's going to get questioned, and depending on what the fortune roll says, we'll see if they resist the questioning.
The text is posted
they-
in Discord. The blue coats grabbed somebody. Who got grabbed? Was it one of our crew? Was it one of your friends? Was it one of your vice purveyors? Was it your spice seller? Was it your favorite bartender? Was it your tea shop owner?
Okay,
Who got nabbed?
I got the concept. I just didn't understand what was being asked. So that's why I was. So I'd give up Tithe. They would definitely grab Tithe to ask him questions.
My friends weren't involved with this, so I wouldn't say that anything like that.
They're
Tithe was
online.
absolutely involved in it.
Yeah, it makes sense for
I mean,
him. Just clarifying
I
mine would
use
be.
my blue coat friend.
The blue coats arrest the blue coat? Yeah, you just fucked his career.
Yep.
Well, at the very least, they're going to ask him about it. Like, hey, didn't
Well,
you
that's
have a
true.
friend? Doesn't necessarily mean anyone gets busted yet.
Yeah, it would be Tithe.
You're volunteering, Ty?
Yep.
All right. In that case, go ahead and roll 1d6. We'll see how well it went.
Or you can pay off the blue coats. You can
Also
that's-
just pay them off with 1 coin. All right, so they got some information out of him, not a lot. Ultimately, your crew just ends up with 2 more heat, which is fine.
But it doesn't
Heat
give us
is
any
not
more.
bad.
It doesn't give us another
it-
one of those usual suspects, undead quiet things, whatever.
No.
Okay.
It just gives you 2 heat. And that's about it.
Hmm.
Yep, it's already been added. And that is it for tonight.
Cool. That's actually kind of neat.
Next time, when next we play, we'll start off with your downtime activities. So feel free to remind me. It's not that I don't want to do it now. It's just we're already over time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got sick man.
Fine.
So, can I ask one more thing?
Yes, you can.
I looted that stairway thing.
That
Those
is correct.
items, is that any
Yes.
monetary value, or do I just add them to my inventory?
I need to ask you a question about that. Are
Yes.
you handing those over to the group, or are you keeping those to yourself?
Mac would present the loot to the group once we're back,
Right?
and like the fine bottle of captain's rum and the handful of collector's coins. But like, the coins are worthless, but I thought Fitz might appreciate.
I'd say Viper. You know this particular brand. You know that this goes for quite a good price. this essentially functions as a coin. Like you could pawn it off and gain a coin's worth of money for it. So if you want to sell it off, your crew would earn an additional coin.
And it would tell everyone for sure, being like, hey, we can get some good money for this.
I'm good with that, and then you can do whatever you'd like with the coins.
Ultimately, if one of you had chosen to keep it, like you would have earned a coin for your own personal stash. That would have been the only difference. So that means that your crew as a whole earn 1 additional coin.
Cool.
Yep, it's already been. No, now it's been added. All right. Now your current stash can only hold 4 coins, so you are like your coffers are getting quite big, quite full already.
Nice.
All right. That's
Especially
it.
since we started with nothing.
We started with
Yeah,
one.
this
We
was
had one
good.
coin. No, we
You
had
had one coin.
We had one
This
coin. We
was a
got
good
2
score.
coin now. We got 2 coin now.
And
We got
with
a
that,
base.
I think I'd also like to say thank you to our viewers for hanging out with us tonight, watching this
Yeah.
first session of the game. We hope you'll join us whenever we play it next, or for any of our other D&D games. With Sunscreen's permission, I would like to co-stream them on here in future as well, just so they're easy to find.
Yep.
You okay with that?
Yep.
Yeah. If you choose to retract that, then please do let me know. I realize I sprung this on you out of nowhere. That was not my intention.
Back it immediately. Don't like you anymore.
Oh,
Okay.
God damn it.
Well, this
right.
was the end of our
Yeah.
friendship.
Talk to
So
you later.
we're all done now, and we're gonna split up like the Beatles.
Yeah.